Here we go. We're back. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the show. And my goodness, it is awesome to be leading into an Eagles game day right here with our pregame show on Philadelphia Eagles Now. My name is Chase Sr. No matter where you are, how you're tuned in, go Birds! I appreciate all of you for making tonight's show a part of your evening. Preseason week 1, about a half hour away, as the Eagles take on the Baltimore Ravens at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, right down I-95, a short travel distance for Philadelphia as we kick off preseason play. The Birds, coming off a year last year in which they were 11-6, they won the NFC East in back-to-back years for the first time in more than 20 years, going all the way back to when they last did it in 2004. It was a frustrating year for Baltimore, 8-9, and then John Harbaugh got fired, and so a new regime in for the Ravens after Harbaugh's very successful stint. Also looking forward to seeing how Declan Doyle's offense does, as he is the new offensive coordinator, a Ben Johnson disciple. Pretty nice night in Baltimore, Maryland tonight, and if you've ever driven by this stadium, it's a pretty cool one, I think, across the National Football League. They recently switched back to a grass surface. They had that for a little while. Then they went to turf, back to grass, and anytime you're able to play on grass, so much better than playing on that turf surface. And so Jesse Minter's Ravens, they start their new era, and then Nick Sirianni continues yet another season as the head coach of this football team since he was hired in 2021, one of the best winning percentages of all coaches in the history of the NFL. Speaking of Sirianni, this is usually how he operates in the preseason, and we'll see how he operates as the preseason rolls on if he plays any starters, especially on the offensive side of the ball as they usher in this new Sean Mannion offense. But tonight, do not expect to see many of the Eagles starters playing in this game. Hopefully we get some starter action in week 2 of the preseason, maybe week 3. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's been a long time since we've been able to do a watch party, of course, going all the way back to the wild card round against the Niners. Really bummer, how that season ended. We were hoping for more preseason watch parties, but I like the vibes of this football team right now. I like the potential of this football team right now, and it all begins with preseason week 1. So, where are you watching from? Myself and producer Chip, we're happy to be back. We're stoked to be back. We're coming to you from Studio I at Chat Sports HQ, but where are you? Losing Hope is in the building saying what's up. What's up, brother? Hope the family's doing well. Beautiful family you got working there. Marked by Christ saying, I'm excited to see what Darius Cooper does. I'll give you my top players to watch tonight. York, Pennsylvania. Dragons Tambolic saying, what's up, Chase and Chipper? Joseph is in Florida. Let's go Birds from King Javier. Devontae Smith warming up, yes, but he's not playing tonight. That is a good sign with that hamstring injury, though. Kylie saying Connecticut. Kenny Flo saying Philly. I see the Netherlands from Mark Anderson, which is really cool. And then Brooklyn from Man BK. Delco Yo from Crimson YouTube. It's always cool to see people rocking with us from all across the globe. Of course, Philadelphia Eagles Now is presented by Prize Picks, #1 daily fantasy sports picks app in North America. Use our code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup. If you're victorious with that lineup, you get $150 in bonus lineup. So sign up today. More than 20 million users have signed up and submitted a lineup with billions of dollars paid out in winnings, and this is the #1 place to watch sports while getting paid. We've got a great lineup tonight, as we always like to cook up here on the show. I also tweeted my lineup on X at Chase_Senior. This is what Chip is rocking with. We've got Adam Randall, more than 32.5 rushing yards. The Ravens have always been a good preseason team. Of course, that was under Harbaugh, though. Jesse Minter, now the new head coach. Eli Stowers, more than 16.5 receiving yards. We're hoping that his athleticism can really pop in a game setting because he's had a pretty silent training camp so far. And then Tanner McKee, more than a half passing touchdown. He's become an Eagles preseason legend over time. So download the Prize Picks app using the link, which is down in the description. Pick more, pick less, pick Prize Picks. I see some more people saying where they're watching from: Houston, Royersford, Pennsylvania, Fayetteville, Georgia as well. All right. Let's first go through my top position battles. I think these are the most intriguing position battles that I'll be watching closely in this game and really all throughout the preseason. Who wins the backup quarterback role between Jalen Hurts? And the loser, do they end up getting traded, whether it be Andy Dalton or Tanner McKee? So the QB2 bout is between Andy Dalton, the elder statesman, and Tanner McKee here, who's entering year 4. At the safety spot, who will start alongside most likely Andrew Makuba or Cooper DeJean? Is it going to be Marcus Epps or is it going to be Michael Carter II? Backup slot corner. Is Mac McWilliams going to have an opportunity to truly win that job? Had a really good interception of Jalen Hurts along the goal line on a pass intended for Hollywood Brown this past week. The offensive line depth pieces, a lot of those spots are not settled. I do think the Eagles have some quality and intriguing depth pieces along the offensive line, and so good players might be on the outside looking in as far as trying to make this Eagles roster. And then they're pretty deep at wide receiver. Of course, they're without A.J. Brown, but Howie Roseman deconstructed, then reconstructed the wide receiver room, if you will. So there's a really good battle for the wide receiver 5, wide receiver 6 spots. And then I really don't know who the returners are going to be for this Eagles team. And so we're going to keep tabs on that during the preseason as well. I saw some people earlier saying, can't wait to watch Darius Cooper. So glad that he's out of the number 41 and he's rocking the number 80. Which player are you most excited to watch tonight? Give me a name down in the comment section. Show us that you know this Eagles roster. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you all come up with. Rich Bischoff getting us started with the $20 super chat, our first super chat of the 2026 preseason. Rich, you're the man. Also, as you come in here, we've got almost 500 people watching live already. Just started the show less than 8 minutes ago. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. The more likes that we get, the more people who find the stream and the more fun that we will have all throughout the evening. I want as many Eagles fans in here as possible, so hit that thumbs up icon and like the video right now. All right, 18 minutes to go until kickoff. Coming up next here during our Eagles Now pregame show, my top players to watch. I gave you the top position battles, but we'll get to the top players to watch. I've got a big list of about, I think, 15 guys that I put together on this 90-man roster, excluding, of course, some Eagles starters, so be on the lookout for that. Rich, also known as Johnny Handsome, damn, love you, Bird Gang. It's a great night for some Eagles football. Chase and Chip on the spot.
Yeah.
Let's go real ones. Let's go real ones indeed. It's great to be back on the mic, chopping it up with all of you. And speaking of that super chat from Rich, here is our super chat menu. So, as always, anytime you use your hard-earned money and you donate to the show, we're going to show you a lot of love. So every single super chat that you send in, we're going to give you a shout out. We're going to pop it up on the screen. We're going to read it here. Rich was the first person to enter our raffle to win a Howie season shirt, which we cooked up during NFL free agency back during the spring. So $20 or more, you enter the raffle to get a Howie season shirt. If we get to $500 in total super chats, I'm taking down a shotgun. You can also send me a Venmo at Chase_Senior if you want to be a part of our super chat race to become our super chat or Venmo MVP to get a signed Jason Peters jersey. We've never given away a Jason Peters jersey, but he is a Hall of Fame offensive tackle who I think goes into Canton as an Eagle. Legendary number 71. His nickname, the Bodyguard. So if you want a Jason Peters signed jersey, that will go to the largest individual super chat or Venmo that comes in. The number to beat right now is $20. And this is the Howie season shirt. So if you spend $20 or more, you could be a part of that raffle. If you also want to get some Eagles gear on our Eagles shop, just use this link down below, chatsports.com/Eagles shop. We've got Howie season shirts available in black and Kelly green. We've got the Mekhi Lemon shirts as well. Eagles Now shirts. The Mekhi Lemon shirts are awesome. When life gives you lemons. I was rocking this Eagles Now shirt during our live show when we were live on Wednesday, so you could support the show by getting that as well. Just use that link down below, chatsports.com/Eagles shop. And once the season comes around, you already know we are going to be cooking up some awesome merchandise. All right, 15 minutes to go until this game gets started between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. We're up to 113 likes, almost 500 people watching live. As you come in here, support the show for free. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Jose making a good point here. Jason Peters also had a great beard. Great cornrows, great beard. And the thing with the beard, it was always so well put together.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was never a bad hair that was out of place on that beard for Jason Peters. All right, top players to watch against the Ravens here tonight. Number one, second-year wide receiver Darius Cooper. You can make the argument he's been the most impressive Eagles player during training camp so far. He's been winning in a variety of ways. Short, middle, long, outside, over the middle of the field. Tough contested catches. He's been able to get separation downfield. He's been working with the first team a little bit. He's gotten a lot of compliments from the likes of Jalen Hurts. He was a preseason legend last year who took off and really turned a lot of heads in that preseason opener against the Cincinnati Bengals. Didn't get a lot of playing time last year. I think this year he's been performing so well that if he stays healthy, he could upset the depth chart and overtake a player like Hollywood Brown to get a significant role with this Eagles offense. And one thing about Darius Cooper tonight, if he doesn't play a lot, that's actually telling, because that means that the Eagles coaching staff wants to keep him healthy and they think very highly of him. Player number two, Willie Lampkin. Willie Lampkin is one of the more fascinating players across the entire NFL. That is not a hyperbolic statement. Chase, what do you mean by that? It's pretty crazy for you to say that. Willie Lampkin is like 5'9", 5'10", 290 pounds. You don't see a lot of offensive linemen who are that short along the interior and that light. But Willie Lampkin is that, but it doesn't take away from his game. He's a pest. He's mean. He's nasty. State champion wrestler. He plays with great leverage. He plays with great technique. He has really quick feet. His hand placement is really good. And he's got an opportunity to earn the backup center role behind Cam Jurgens. And he could end up earning a role in the future as a starting offensive lineman. That's the buzz coming out of Eagles camp. Ryan Fowler with this tweet this week. In his final 2 seasons at North Carolina, Willie Lampkin did not allow a single sack in 953 pass pro snaps. Former state champion wrestler in high school, watching how he utilizes his natural leverage to his advantage. Elite punch, hand placement, footwork at 290. He's a pit bull up front that's been a story of the summer. Been excellent in 11-on-11s, attacking angles in the ground game, dropping anchor and pass pro against varying body types. A guy I'm pumped to see go to work in the preseason, and I agree with that as well. Here was his relative athletic score. He's gained about 11 pounds since the pre-draft last year. He was 279 and 5'10 coming out of North Carolina. The 40-yard dash, 5.21. You'd like to see it a little bit quicker, but he plays fast. The 10-yard split, also pretty good. He's got some explosiveness. Rams signed him as a UDFA. He got hurt, and then the Eagles were happy to pick him up off the scrap heap. Eli Stowers, player number 3 to watch. He really hasn't done a lot throughout training camp. It's been a little bit of a bummer. He's currently listed as a third-string tight end behind Dallas Goedert and Johnny Mundt, and he might have a redshirt year this year. But I'm hoping Eli Stowers, given his athletic traits, he's going to be able to show up and show out during the preseason, because once game action happens, that's when he can really shine. Now, in the pre-draft, when he was coming out of Vanderbilt, some teams liked him as a bigger wide receiver, like a Michael Pittman type. Other teams liked him as a tight end. Of course, the Eagles took him as a tight end. There's really no rush for him to play this year. If he's the backup behind Dallas Goedert and Johnny Mundt, that's fine. But next year, if Dallas Goedert walks, Eli Stowers better be ready. Very intriguing player here. 6'3", 239 in the pre-draft. A vertical of 45.5 inches. That's ridiculous. A broad jump of more than 11 feet. And he ran a 4.51 40-yard dash. So the athleticism is clearly there. Once the game action happens and the live bullets are flying, is that when Eli Stowers can finally show out, because he's been pretty silent all throughout training camp thus far. Uar Bernard might be the most fascinating player to watch. He was working with Clint Hurt pregame. He was the last non-special teamer on the field at M&T Bank Stadium, just working with Clint Hurt on his technique. Of course, Clint Hurt, one of the top defensive line coaches in the NFL, pounded the table prior to day 3 of the draft as a player who he wanted the Eagles to take. He wanted Howie Roseman to trust him and bank on him to try to maximize Uar Bernard, who he worked with prior to the draft. And why this is one of the more fascinating stories across the NFL. He's never played football before, has Uar Bernard, hails from Nigeria, some famous viral videos in the pre-draft of him doing pass rush sets against big oak trees, a 9.9 relative athletic score. This guy, 6'4", 306, 31 reps, a 225 on the bench, a vertical at 39 inches, broad jump more than 10 feet, 4.63, 40-yard dash. Late in the game, he's going to get on the field, and I can't wait to see him on the field. Cole Payton, 4th-round pick quarterback out of North Dakota State. He's a lefty. He's big. He's burly. He runs physical. I want to see Sean Mannion call some design quarterback runs for him, but I want to see him throw the rock. Cole Payton in North Dakota State was an underrated thrower of the football. He can drive the ball from the opposite hash to the opposite sideline. He layers throws and throws with really good touch. We should see some extended action for him. We've seen the likes of Fernando Mendoza and Drew Aller and Carson Beck really play well throughout the preseason in this rookie quarterback class. This is a very intriguing developmental quarterback for this Eagles organization, a left-handed thrower, the first one the Eagles have had truly since Michael Vick outside of Tim Tebow, which doesn't really count. And when he was playing at North Dakota State, this is a player who I really like despite him playing at the FCS level. Let's pause because we got a couple of big-time super chats that came in, multiple $20 super chats, and then from the man, the myth, the legend, Eli Stovall with the $100 super chat.
Come on, man.
He's got the Eagles football that I think he won during one of our live shows as his profile picture. Eagles football in the air. Yes, it is, baby. Eagles. And since Elijah sent in that $100 super chat, it's only right that we get the family together and we sing. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Thank you, Elijah, for the $100 super chat. Alling with the $20 super chat. Welcome back to the best sports channel on YouTube. Go Birds. Alling always watching the show from Alaska. His profile picture as well, featuring a couple of items that he has won here on this stream, which really means a lot to us. So thank you to Elijah. Thank you to Alling. Lori Papas with the $20 super chat. So good to be here. Love my Eagles family. Lori, it's good to see you as well. And then Peter Thurman, like Lori, like Elijah, like Alling, one of the day one real ones, $20 super chat. And speaking of real ones, he's rocking the real one shirt in the profile picture from Lincoln Financial Field. What's up, my guys and my real ones? Welcome back. Go Birds! And, of course, Peter Thurman, always active on Twitter. Appreciate the interactions, my guy. Good to hear from you once again. All right, almost 700 people watching live. Continue to hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. We're 6.5 minutes away from this game getting started between the Eagles and the Ravens. We always want our watch parties to be the best place to experience an Eagles game outside of being at the actual game and, of course, be the most watched Eagles watch party right here on YouTube. So I gave you 5 players to watch already. With 6 minutes to go until kickoff, here's some more players to watch. Markel Bell. Lane Johnson said last weekend when he announced that this is probably going to be his last year, he's one of the most impressive rookies that he has been around. And the Eagles are developing and training him to be the Lane Johnson replacement. Markel Bell at right tackle. Let's watch the big man. He's 6'8", 350, a mountain of a man. He played left tackle at Miami last year. Didn't give up a sack. He was the left tackle protecting the blind side of Carson Beck. Francis Mauigoa, a top 10 pick by the Giants, was the right tackle. So now Bell switches over to right tackle. Marcus Epps and Michael Carter are duking it out to see who can be that starter at safety alongside Andrew Makuba / Cooper DeJean. Joshua Wiru is also coming to the Eagles by way of the International Pathway Program. He was signed as a UDFA. Now, Uar Bernard was drafted in the 7th round out of Nigeria. Joshua Wiru has a rugby background from Kenya. So I know Bernard has gained a lot of traction and a lot of attention, but Wiru is right up there as well on kind of that Jordan Mailata path. Ty Robinson, 4th-round pick from 2 drafts ago, the defensive tackle out of Nebraska, also known as Vanilla Gorilla. He's competing for a roster spot. He has to play well. The Eagles have some decent options there at that defensive tackle spot. Micah Morris, 3rd-string guard on the Eagles' initial depth chart. A little bit surprised by that. Eagles took him out of Georgia. They obviously love their Georgia players. I'm very intrigued by him. Cam Williams, Drew Kendall, Miles Hinton, 6th-round picks last year. Do they make the club? Have they progressed? Have they improved from their rookie years? Kendall's probably the best player of those 3. Williams and Hinton tied. Hinton is listed as a guard and a tackle, so where do the Eagles play him tonight? Does he play both? Does positional versatility allow him to crack this roster? And then a UDFA linebacker out of Alabama, Deontay Lawson, another player to watch here for the Eagles. All right, who you got in this football game? PHI for the Eagles, BAL for the Baltimore Ravens. Get those predictions in.
Let's go.
And let me make a deal. All right? Elijah Stovall sent in that $100 super chat. I had told all of you that once we get to 500, I was going to shotgun a beer. If somebody sends in a 50, I will get the party started and shotgun a beer because that means that we're over 200. So pretty much 50% off. Somebody matches Elijah's 100 with a 50, and I'm going to shotgun a beer here on the show.
Oh, I'll get that. So annoying.
Universal remotes are the worst. I just did it at the same time. Look at that. So yeah, somebody matches Elijah's 100 with the 50 before this game gets started, and I'll shotgun a beer. All right, let's get the TV situated. We're getting closer and closer to kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to all of you for being here. Thanks to all of you for supporting the show. Thanks to all of you for sending in some super chats. You're all the best.
Look at those PHIs in the chat right now. Let's go, baby.
A lot of PHIs in the chat. I'm also taking a look at our poll question. Who will win the quarterback 2 battle? 65% Tanner McKee, 35% Andy Dalton. I know some people were asking who the Eagles are going to start. Let's see. Sean Mannion is going to call plays from the sideline tonight. I like that. First NFL game for him. Obviously, he's a member to watch tonight. Johnny Wilson not dressed for tonight's game. Darius Cooper, Elijah Moore going to get a lot of action. Players not dressed in warm-ups. Devontae Smith, Mekhi Lemon, Cole Wisniewski, Saquon Barkley, Quinyon Mitchell, Jonathan Jones, Cooper DeJean, Damian Pierce, Tariq Castro-Fields, Keyshawn James Newby, Johnny Wilson. A lot of those players were injured this week. In fact, all of those players injured this week, and so they're not dressed due to injury. Not good for Johnny Wilson because he's trying to make this team. Jalen Hurts was warming up in full uniform. Saquon Barkley was not warming up. He kind of tweaked his ankle in practice this week. It was his left ankle Thursday's practice. Cam Jurgens is dressed. We're not sure who yet is starting at the quarterback spot. Now, does Jalen Hurts start at the quarterback spot? It's not rare for a starting quarterback to warm up in uniform. But some of these starters are in uniform and warming up, that adds a little bit of intrigue to this game. It was also really cool to see Clint Hurt working with Uar Bernard pregame. Just working on technique in the end zone. Of course, Uar Bernard is extremely rare. Having gotten drafted, never played football, which obviously means as well, he's very raw as well. Rich Bischoff, $50 super chat. I'm going to go run and get that beer right now because we've got 20 seconds left until kickoff. So let me get that beer, and then we'll shotgun that for Rich. Thank you, my man.
Rich with the 50, making it rain. Here it is, Rich. Let's go. Let's get this party started right. Let's go, baby. Rich with a 50. Appreciate it. Legendary stuff. Who's ready, man? Let's go. Let's have a night.
All right. Let's see. Let me refresh this a little bit. Hopefully we get the Eagles broadcast here, not the Ravens broadcast.
Come on. Oh,
Here we go.
Oh, it's the Ravens, it looks like.
922 people watching live, 197 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Let's get more than 1,000 people in here prior to this game. We're already up to $279 in super chats. You love to see that. Another 50 coming in from Mo. Na 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 na. Mo Nana. Here's that one from Rich, also known as Johnny Handsome. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get this party started quickly, right? Exactly right.
Let's go.
Rich sent in that 50. Shotgun and a beer for Rich. Elijah as well with that $100 super chat.
Here's Mo.
And then Mo with that 50. Chase Chipper and all the Eagles fans. We're in the building. Brutal. I got the Ravens broadcast right now.
Brutal.
Does it give us an option? It's always the home team, isn't it?
It might be, yeah. Yeah.
Wanted to listen to Scott Graham and Ross Tucker. Wilson Bradley, $2 super chat. That's Chip's boy.
My guy.
PU to Hannah's wedding. Oh, pull up. Where's that at?
I think it's in Atlanta, maybe? Yeah, I'll be there. Just a quick drive away, right?
Quick drive away. Quick flight.
Have fun, man. That should be exciting. Tell her when I say what's up. Tell Hannah, where's my invite, yo?
900 people watching. Again, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video if you're ready for some Eagles football. Let's get 1,000 people in here for the start of this game.
Let's go.
Looks like we got a little bit of a delay, of course. Kickoff probably about 5 minutes away. So in the meantime, shotgun for all the legends watching and supporting the show.
Chug, 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 chug. Light work. Light work. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
We got to do PP again.
Yeah.
Eagles now presented by Prize Picks, by the way. #1 daily fantasy sports picks app in North America. Pick more, pick less, pick Prize Picks. New user offer, play your first $5 lineup. Get $150 if you win, but you got to use our code HMA. Download the Prize Picks app right now using the link which is in the chat and below in the description of today's video. You pick more, you pick less. on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You can also now make team picks this year where you pick winners, spreads, and totals. Little lineup tonight. $10 to win $52. Adam Randall, more than 32.5 rushing yards for Baltimore. Eli Stowers, more than 16.5 receiving yards for the Eagles. Tanner McKee, more than a half passing touchdown for the Birds. That is how you put together a lineup. Give me a follow on the app, @Chase_Senior, and you can see some of my lineups before we talk about them here on the show. And of course, thank you, Kane Angel, for being the moderator in the chat, watching the show from the UK. All right, if you are pumped up for kickoff, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. Eagles rocking their all whites as they usually do in the preseason. Ravens in their purple jerseys. I think they're some of the cleanest jerseys in the sport. Of course, not better than those Eagles jerseys. If you've ever driven through Baltimore, you know M&T Bank Stadium is right off the highway. There's a Topgolf right by it as well. Nice little area in Baltimore. And a very quick drive for this Eagles team right down I-95 to play the Ravens tonight. Luis Alexander with the $1 super chat. Thank you for that. Jeff Chipper with the 20. Have a great preseason. Cowboys defense takes the division back. That's really the one thing with Dallas is their defense. Like, their offense last year was a top 5 unit. They scored at a rapid rate, but is Christian Parker going to be able to turn that defense around? It's a tall task, but if that happens, I think the Cowboys can be a sneaky good team, and I think the NFC East is going to be highly competitive. And then Potion, the man, the myth, the legend, $100 super chat. We waited months for this babyface Chip and Chase the Ripper. We back, baby. Go Birds!
Come on!
Potion makes it rain. Hope you're well, Potion. Appreciate you, my brother. Hopefully you're still producing music, still rapping some bars. The real ones know the Eagles Now intro with Potion back from a couple of years ago. That was absolutely electric. A player to watch for Baltimore, by the way, is Jacoby Lane. I really liked him in the pre-draft. I thought he was a second-round guy. 49 catches for 745 receiving yards last year. He was the number 2 alongside Mekhi Lemon. Really good size, moves really well, awesome catch radius. He has had a great preseason for Baltimore. And so for some of these backup Eagles corners, it's going to be a really good test.
Come on, man. Let's do it, man.
All right, if you want the Eagles to beat the Ravens, I want 1,000 E's in the chat.
Spam them. Let's go.
1,000 E's in the chat. And again, if you're just joining us, we were talking about this during the pregame show. New head coach for Baltimore, Jesse Minter, takes over for John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh, of course, now the head coach of the New York Giants.
Get those E's going. Look at it in the chat. They're flying. We're going. Almost 1,000 people watching. Again, get those E's going and make sure you hit that like button as well. Almost 300 likes. Let's get to 500 ASAP as kickoff is seconds away. David Parker with a $5 super chat. Unfortunately, Mekhi Lemon's not playing.
Yeah, Mekhi Lemon's not playing. He's been injured the last couple of weeks with a hamstring injury, unfortunately. So won't see him this week, but whenever his debut comes around, we'll be rooting for him when life gives you lemons. Eagles captains tonight, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Byron Young, and Tank Bigsby. Tyler Loop is about to kick this ball away. And it was Quez Watkins who was back there receiving the kick. Ravens broadcast called him Cole Wisniewski. Cole Wisniewski is a white safety, and he doesn't wear the number 86. That is Quez Watkins, who returned it for the Eagles. And who comes out at quarterback for the Eagles here? Will it be Andy Dalton or Tanner McKee? Who is the leader at QB2? It is Andy Dalton at QB2 for the Eagles. Tank Bigsby is the lone tailback. He's going to get the give around the right side. Nice little gain there, but multiple penalty flags come in. He was running behind Willie Lampkin. I would imagine it's going to be a hold on the Eagles, which will negate a pretty nice rush there for Tank Bigsby. The hold is going to be on the rookie, Eli Stowers. So not a great start for him. One of our top players to watch in this game. Hasn't done much for the Eagles throughout training camp. And on the first play from scrimmage, he gets whistled for a hold. So a 10-yard penalty backs the Eagles into a 1st and 20. Andy Dalton in the shotgun snap. He's going to throw it to the outside. Pass is caught by Darius Cooper. He's going to get some of that back. Decent touch on that throw from Dalton. Darius Cooper kind of had to put his arms up to catch it, so not an easy catch by any means. He reels it in. And that'll bring up a 2nd down for the Eagles here. Gain of 8, so 2nd and 12 after the penalty. Dalton under center. End around handoff is going to go to Elijah Moore. Minimal gain there. 3rd and long coming up for the Eagles. Type those threes.
See an early conversion here.
Dalton in the gun. False start on the Eagles. I think that was Fred Johnson at left tackle who moved just a little bit early. Nick Sirianni said this week he wants to see a clean operation. Well, 2 penalties so far for the Eagles on this opening drive.
A false start, Fred back at it again. Says Jack in the chat.
Third and 15. Dalton going to drop back. He's going to find Grant Calcaterra. He's going to be brought down by Washington, nowhere close to moving the chains for a 1st down, and the Eagles will punt it here as the opening drive is riddled with penalties for the Eagles. Jonte Wester back to receive the punt for the Ravens. Braden Mann, of course, signed a contract extension this offseason with the Eagles to make him one of the highest paid punters in the NFL. Since 2023, he's been one of the best punters in the NFL. Clean snap, good operation there. Punt is away. It's going to be fielded at about the 15-yard line. Good coverage for the Eagles. Pulley is going to run Wester down toward the sideline. And we'll get a look at this Eagles defense now. Declan Doyle, the new offensive coordinator for the Ravens. He was under Sean Payton in Denver with the Saints and Broncos. Was with Ben Johnson last year with the Bears. He's calling plays from the booth. Sean Mannion is calling plays from the sideline. Vic Fangio calls plays from the booth. It's really just a coordinator preference. It's going to be a toss to the near side to Randall. Not much going there on that carry. Byron Young in the mix there with the tackle. Tyler Huntley getting the start at quarterback for Baltimore.
Keep an eye on Randall tonight for the Ravens. My guy out of Clemson.
Huntley takes the shotgun snap, throws left side, pass is caught by the tight end. Really nice throw from Huntley. And it's Hibner on the receiving end. Who was in coverage there? AJ Epinesa, the edge rusher, dropped back in coverage, wearing a little bit of a neck roll. He's, of course, an edge covering a tight end. So the Ravens able to find a mismatch there. Sizable gain for Baltimore. They're going to run it. 2-yard pickup there for Adam Randall. But after that big pass play for 20-plus yards, Ravens already in Eagles territory around the 40. Huntley from under center. Going to check it down to the running back with the screen. Tackled by Epinesa after a gain of about 7. It'll be 3rd and 1, 3rd and 1.5.
Type those threes in the chat. First time tonight on defense. Let's go.
Oh, this is awesome. This is Losing Hope with Humanity's son. So you see him there. I'm going to put it to the microphone so you can hear him. Go Birds. Let's go. Teaching them young. 3rd and 2. Ravens go back to the ground. They're going to pick up the first down. Tolliver, I believe is how you pronounce his name, got the carry there to move the chains. Hibner, the tight end, goes in motion. Eagles blitz with Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Gets picked up. Trotter is able to trip up Tyler Huntley. Trotter has had a fantastic camp. I think that he can push Jahad Campbell for more snaps alongside Zach Bond. And we know that Vic Fangio liked to call a lot of linebacker blitzes last year for Bond, Nakobe Dean, Jahad Campbell. He did it there with Trotter, and it works effectively. Now, I don't know if it's going to go down as a sack because I think that Huntley got back to the line of scrimmage. But either way, really nice play because he was able to run through the running back there in pass protection.
I think they are going to give it to him.
They're going to give it to him? 1 yard loss? Okay. So his knee went down just beyond the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Trot.
So it says 1 yard loss, then it says no gain.
Oh. Well, uh-oh. Did they change it? Oh, they changed it.
Home
Still
scoreboard.
says,
Home scoreboard for Baltimore.
give it to him. It's a preseason. Want to give a shout out to some of our recent subscribers here on the program as we are in a timeout here. Recently surpassed 150,000 subscribers. Shout out to you guys and shout out to Audrey, Ken, Neem, Philip, and Ray. Our most recent subscribers. Hit that sub button. We'll be live for every game this year, man.
Love it. More than 1,000 people watching. Dennis Designs in the house. Send in a $20 super chat. We'll pop that up here in a second.
Got one from Maggie McGill as well. Shout out to Maggie.
Who's ready for some TDs? Go Birds. What's up, Maggie? And then Dennis. Yeah, we talked about Markel Bell in the pregame, my brother. Keeping my eye on Bell. So are we. Fred Johnson had the false start on the opening drive. Saw Willie Lamp get out in space on a pull block.
We're only 9 subs away from 150,100. Can we get there right now during this break? 9 more people. with over 1,000 people watching. That should be light work.
Light work. Up to $429 in Super Chats. Sub for Eagles dubs. And if you ain't subscribed, you ain't alive. We put out a bunch of videos this week. Let's see. It's Saturday, so the 6th day of the week. We've already put out, I think, 8 or 9 videos up on the channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do a post-game show. That'll be our 10th video of the week. Probably do another video tomorrow. 11 shows up on the channel. Grind don't stop here on Eagles Now. All right, 2nd and 10. Eagles with some pressure again, and they're going to get to Tyler Huntley. This time it's Ty Robinson fighting for a roster spot, even though he was a 4th-round pick last year, who's able to burst through the interior to get to Huntley. Sizable loss makes it 3rd and 17. Good to see a flash there from Ty Robinson.
Type those threes. It's another 3rd down. Get off the field.
Huntley takes the shotgun snap. 4-man front for the Eagles. Some twists and stunts up front. Pocket starts to cave in. And so Huntley finds Walker. He's tackled immediately by Jahad Campbell, who's getting some action tonight alongside Jeremiah Trotter Jr. And Tyler Loop will come out for a field goal. I had the more on the 1.5 field goal attempts for Tyler Loop. So if you care about my Prize Picks lineup, we're rooting for a make. If you're rooting for the Eagles, like we all are, you're rooting for a mess. 4th and 13. It's going to be a 49-yard field goal. Snap good. Hold down. Kick is up. Kick is no good.
Oh!
Missed it wide right. Remember when the Eagles were here, December of 2024, that's when Justin Tucker missed multiple field goals. It was electric.
It's no good.
Type LFG in the chat. As Merrill Reese would say, no good. No good. Wide right for Tyler Loop. Andrew Nathan, one of the best watch parties we had that day. I would agree. That was a really fun watch party. One, the Eagles won a game in a matchup between 2 Super Bowl contenders that year. And then just how excited we were for the multiple Justin Tucker misses. And I don't know why I said this, but Justin Tucker missed. And I'm like, he missed again. F you, Justin Tucker. He never did anything to me or my family, but it was fun to root against him that day. KTKK said, oh my gosh, I can't believe Loop missed again.
Bum.
He's a bum. Type bum in the chat. Bum in the chat.
All right, man. What do we got? Big shout out Ty Robinson getting that sack.
Uh-oh, Jacorian Bennett heading inside. Been a pretty banged up player in his career. He's fighting for a roster spot as well. Dalton play action, bootleg to the left. He's going to find Hollywood Brown, who gains a couple of yards. I think Hollywood Brown's fighting for a roster spot because of the emergence of Darius Cooper. But Brown, Cooper, the top 2 wide receivers on the field for the Eagles right now. Dalton, play action again, clean pocket. And the ball goes off of Hollywood Brown's hands. It's picked off by Isaac. It's going to be a return for a pick 6. They're going to have to take a look at this because the throw from Dalton was low. Brown went to go get it. And because he dove for it, his momentum kind of popped the ball up. Did the ball hit the ground? Let's see. Bad throw from Dalton.
Hit the ground.
I think that hit the ground.
What?
We're going to need a better angle, but here in the preseason, you never know.
Yeah.
Oh, it hit the ground
Absolutely.
for sure. Pick 6 is going to be taken back. See, that's why you subscribe to this channel, because we're ball knowers and we pointed that out immediately. Would have been a 43-yard pick 6. Instead, it's going to be a 3rd and 6.
Definitely want to see a better throw there from Dalton, though.
Yeah, like, in my eyes right now, given what we've seen from Tanner McKee his first 3 years, and what we've seen from Andy Dalton as his career has progressed, I frankly don't think that they're close. I think Tanner McKee is so much better than Andy Dalton. But in bringing in a new scheme, Sean Mannion is siding with the veteran who's been in the league for an eternity at this point. And he was a good player for a long time for Cincinnati. But he's no longer that guy. He came into the league in 2011. This is his 16th year. Dalton, going to throw it over the middle, incomplete. Threw it into triple coverage. Eagles will punt it again. Give me Tanner McKee, man. Braden Mann going to punt it away again. Fair caught just inside the 10. Really good punt. Maximus Pooley, special teams coverage there. Baltimore moved the ball on their first drive, but missed a 44-yard field goal. So we'll get a second look at this Eagles defense. We'll also get a second look at our Super Chat menu. All Super Chats get a shout out tonight. If you send in $20 or more, that gets you a raffle ticket for our Howie season shirt. All throughout the year, we're going to be dropping new merch. And so I think for every watch party, we're going to have a different raffle as far as show merchandise. It's going to be a big part of what we do this year as we continue to grow the channel. I already did a shotgun, and we're $61 away from another shotgun if we get the $500 total. And then our Super Chat MVP, we have a tie at $100 to win a Jason Peters signed jersey.
I'll make a deal for the people right now. Since we're $60 away from 500, if somebody gets us over 500, so a $60 or more Super Chat, I will give you, normally $60 would be 3 raffle tickets. I'll double it. I'll give you 6 raffle tickets. Chase will do that shotgun, and I will do a beer bong as well. If somebody sends in a $60 or more Super Chat to get us over that number, you get 6 raffle tickets, a shotgun from Chase, and a beer bong from me.
Man, that's crazy. Nick said, man, for $20, I can go watch the game. Ain't nobody raffling $20. Well, we're up to $439 in Super Chats.
Carol Hosey, hope you're doing well. Since I got bad health news yesterday, Carol, will always praying for you.
Oh, Carol, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're all right.
Sending love to you, Carol. A legend here.
I'll send you an email, Carol.
B-Doc in the building. What's going on? Just don't get cut after today. No, not after one game. But he certainly has to play better if he wants to be the QB too. Dennis, get a $20 super chat in there. We'll pop that up as soon as that enters the system. In the meantime, here come the Ravens back out, working from the 10-yard line.
Huntley under center. Handoff to Randall to the right side. Only gets about a yard. Eagles' run defense has been very stout so far. This Eagles' first-string defense, I think, can be a top 3, top 5 unit this year. But they also have some quality depth on this Eagles defense as well, and we're kind of seeing that here early. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. getting some action. Ty Robinson had a sack. We saw Jahad Campbell make a tackle. Good to see him back healthy coming off that shoulder surgery. Fake pitch. Huntley rolls to the right. Finds Hibner again. His second first down of the night. Good job by Huntley to get rid of that ball. There was some pressure in his face after the play action. They're going to say he's short of the first down?
Really? Really?
Definitely not. Definitely a first down, but the Eagles will take it. Okay, now they gave him the first down. I was saying this the other night. It's preseason for everybody.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious.
Huntley, play action from under center. 7-step drop. Throws over the middle. Finds a man wide open. It's Jacoby Lane. The training camp sensation, Mac McWilliams in coverage. Jacoby Lane was the number 2 to Mekhi Lemon under Lincoln Riley last year. Kind of just found a soft spot in that Eagles defense. That's a gain of 18 yards. Randall gets a give. He takes it to the 41.
He's gotten 2 yards every time he gets a carry.
Yeah. Let's see. I had Jacoby Lane more than 23.5 receiving yards. So, need another grab from Jacoby. Eli Stowers, more than 16.5 receiving yards. Tyler Loop, more than 1.5 field goals made. He missed one already. That's the Prize Picks lineup. 4:23 and counting left in this first quarter. Empty set for Huntley. 3-man rush for the Eagles. Huntley going to step up. He's going to pump. He's going to run. Some late contact because Huntley went down. He wasn't touched. So then Trotter touched him. And I think there's a flag on Baltimore. It looks like a hold. Dennis Designs with another $20 super chat. I don't see any new looks. Looks like the old stuff. No new plays. Why, brother? Or why bother? Both work. I mean, Sean Mannion's really not going to unveil anything. Because why would you? That element of surprise for week 1 against Washington, you really don't want to give them much. But they've been practicing it in camp. It does look a lot different. Huntley, going to be flush, throws high! Tipped up, nearly picked off. It'll bring up a 3rd and 17. My God, Jeff Nadeau! $10 super chat. Football is back. Chase, it was great seeing you weeks back, bro. You know how to party. Jeff, awesome seeing you, man. I wish I could have hung out longer. We would have closed that place down, but I had the Australian family in town. They wanted to party back at the Airbnb because 2 of my cousins have 4 combined kids. So I had to get back there. It's actually a really funny story from me partying with Jeff of how I was able to bring tequila back to my Airbnb. We'll keep that on the DL, but Jeff knows. I was banged up that night having a good time. And it was good to see Yorgos, good to see you. Good to be at the cigar bar as well. That was a pretty epic weekend for me and an awesome night. So good seeing you, bro. Thanks for the super chat that came in. Your birthday looked like a blast. Sorry I couldn't be there. If I hadn't been there a couple weeks prior, I definitely would have gone. All right, Huntley going to pass to Josh Cuevas for an 11-yard gain, but because it was a 3rd and forever, Ravens are going to punt. It's 4th and 6. Let's see who's back to receive this punt. Britton Covey. It's going to be a bad punt out of bounds. Eagles are going to get decent field position here compared to what it could have been with a good punt. Ravens broadcast called him Britton Covey.
They're getting a lot of things wrong tonight already.
I mean, that's just a joke. We did 2 already. We got to do a 3rd one?
Yeah, we had to do first 7, first 30, and then each quarter.
Eagles now presented by Prize Picks. Use our code HMA. Play your first $5 lineup. If you win, you get $150 in lineups. More than 20 million users have signed up and submitted a lineup. Billions of dollars have been paid out in winnings. Pick more, pick less, pick Prize Picks, and show us that you know ball with Prize Picks. It's America's #1 daily fantasy sports picks app, the best place to win cash while watching sports. Makes game day so much more fun. And here was Chip's $10 lineup to win $52.50. Adam Randall, more than 32.5 rushing yards. So you see the ticker there. He's got 9 so far. Eli Stowers, more than 16.5 receiving yards. He's yet to be on the board. Only has a holding penalty on the first play from scrimmage. And then Tanner McKee, more than a half passing touchdown. He's been a preseason legend for this Eagles team. So give me a follow on the Prize Picks app at Chase_Senior. You can see my lineups before we talk about them here on the show. What I rolled with, the Stowers, Jacoby Lane more than 23.5. He just caught a pass for 18 yards. And then Tyler Loop, more than 1.5 field goals made. Prayer Man in Baltimore at the game. Fly, Eagles, fly. In B-More,
nice. Watching
Eagles now. How cool is that? And it's great to see 1,200 people watching the show. You're all the best. Jameer Gibbons, $5. Football's back, baby. Chase, happy to see you again. Salute, Jameer. Even better to see you, my brother.
Eagles will come back out. Andy Dalton just 3 of 5 for 20 yards tonight. See if he can put something together here on this 3rd drive.
JBA game isn't broadcasted in my area. That's some BS. Go Eagles. That's why we're here, man. And I think our play-by-play is definitely better than these Ravens guys. They said that Cole Wisniewski was receiving the opening kick. He's not even playing in the game. Then they called Britton Covey. Andy Dalton going to hand it off to Tank Bigsby. Gain of a couple of yards there. Willie Lampkin's playing guard, by the way. Drew Kendall's playing center. Fred Johnson at left tackle. Markel Bell at right tackle. And I think Miles Hinton is at the other guard spot. Bigsby with another carry on this 2nd and 8. It's going to be about a 3rd and medium here. Almost 13 people hanging out worldwide. 400 likes. Let's get the stream to 500 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Maddie said the mod working overtime to get these bots out of here. Kane Angel is just a legend. I'm also going to report the bot and say that it promotes terrorism. Andy Dalton going to throw to the outside, tries to go to the back shoulder of Darius Cooper, incomplete. It's been a bad football game so far. TJ Tampa in coverage. So Cooper with the little stutter go stop. Should have caught that, or maybe his route should have gone more toward the sideline, or maybe Dalton's throw was too far toward the sideline. But the timing looked a little bit off there.
Yeah.
Third punt of the first quarter for Braden Mann. Caught at the 15. Missed tackle. And then multiple Eagles there to bring him down. Underwood leading that charge. Jahad Campbell no longer in the game. He played tonight. Andrew Makuba did not.
$70 likes away from 500. Let's get there ASAP. Hit that thumbs up icon if you want to see the Eagles do something with the ball, as Ravens have already made a change now at the quarterback spot. Huntley is out.
Little tight end screen. It's going to be Hibner again. He's a solid looking player. Joe.
I think they said
Finiano out of Connecticut. He's a rookie. $28 touchdowns, 1 pick his final year at UConn. Good play call to allow him to find a groove with the tight end screen there. Gain of 13. Ravens run it again, only a gain of 1. Under 50 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Finiano in the shotgun. 2 to the left stacked, 1 to the right. Throws to the right side. Pass is caught. It'll be 3rd and 2. The pass was caught by Walker. And that'll take us to the second quarter. Type those 2s.
Get those 2s rolling. A pretty rough first quarter for both teams offensively. Baltimore at least moved the ball a little bit more than Philadelphia has so far. And they're moving it right now up to the 41. Get those 2s rolling. Morgan, Maggie, Trey, Thunderhounds, all typing those 2s. And Patrice as well. Aaron Leby in the building. Good to see you. Cool Rains. Des215. Some legends here. I see Greg in the building. What's going on? Watching from Portsmouth, New Hampshire at a seafood restaurant.
Okay. That's
Sick.
a good spot to be this time of year. I've gone to Maine many times around this time of year. It is the best. I know the Rudisil homies and family were there/are there now. Man, great spot to be this time of year. Escape the heat and humidity a little bit. Get up in the Northeast and the New England, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Maine area. It's the best. $22,000 people joined us in that first quarter, in addition to our pregame show. If you're a real one, type real one. Al Paris in the chat. I see you. Morgan, Saquon Barkley lover, Dalton Steele, Potion. Started from scratch, Tyler Barrett. Oh, Tyler Barrett's a hater. Are you doing play-by-play or just jabbering? Well, we're going to the second quarter, so there's nothing to do play-by-play for right now because we're in a commercial break. So just giving shout-outs to all of our loyal viewers, being nice, showing love.
Guess he'd rather us just sit here and say nothing. When,
we can just sit here like this. And just wait for the second quarter to start if you want. Or we can try to entertain people and just have some fun. Team stats in that first quarter: total yards for the Eagles, 27. Oh. Yikes. Total yards for the Ravens, 105. 90 through the air for Baltimore, 20 for the Eagles. 15 on the ground for Baltimore, 7 for the Eagles. Eagles 0 of 3 on third downs. Ravens 1 of 3. Ravens had the ball for 10 minutes of that first quarter. Eagles had it for 5. Tyler Loop missed a 44-yard field goal. Otherwise, it would have been 3-0 Baltimore.
And Dalton in that first quarter, just 3 of 6. A couple kind of ugly throws from him.
Am I going to see the Linkin Park movie Unshattered on September 30th? No, but I'm interested in seeing it. Linkin Park, solid. All right, Fignano resuming play here in the shotgun. Should be a false start on the Ravens. They don't call it. Eagles try to point it out. Fignano's going to check it down. Pass is caught by Jacoby Lane. That's going to be so close to the more or less for him.
What was it, 21 or something?
The more or less for Jacoby, 23.5.
It's close.
He had 18 on that first catch, I think, right?
Yep.
So that was for 3 yards? Okay, very close. Ball at the 46. Ravens run it up the middle. About 3 or 4 yard pickup there.
Randall slowly getting up there towards his number.
Yep.
He's up to 13.
Oh, you know what? I think Lampkin was playing center. Drew Kendall was playing guard. Interesting. So that means Lampkin is center too. Fignano steps up in the pocket, going to throw down the right side. It's incomplete. Ambry Thomas close by, but that ball kind of fluttered. I'm not sure if it was tipped at the line. So 3rd and 6. Rip those threes in the chat. Fignano in the shotgun. Eagles blitz with Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Pocket holds up. Almost intercepted by A.J. Epinesa. Arnold Ebiketie also dropped back in coverage. And the Ravens will punt it away. Tanner McKee is coming in. He plays well. He's got to be QB2 here. I mean, Andy Dalton looked awful. Britton Covey back to receive the punt. It's a wobbler. Fair caught at the 10. All right, let's see Tanner McKee. I guarantee you he looks better than Andy Dalton.
Can't look much worse.
And I'd really like to see Darius Cooper and Hollywood Brown out there with them. 64% in the chat. Who wins the QB2 battle? Going with Tanner McKee. He's got an opportunity right here.
Well, listen to this kind of a crazy story. Cincinnati Bengals rookie Sayar Wright is leaving the team to pursue an acting opportunity for a lead role in a big movie that he couldn't pass up. Will not count against a 90-man roster, but will be available to play after filming ends.
Was he drafted? What's his name?
Sayar Wright. Ceyar. I don't think he was drafted.
No, he wasn't. Oh, he was in Space Jam?
Oh, what?
He was in the LeBron Space Jam. Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Wow. Can't say I've seen that.
Okay, so he played at USC and then Nebraska. He is a corner, ran a 4.56, 6 foot, 185 pounds. Yeah, he signed as a UDFA. Wow. His uncle played running back at USC. His cousin played running back at Portland State. His cousin was Darnay Holmes.
Oh, wow.
Who plays for the Giants. Talented family.
We are only 23 likes away from 500. Let's get there right now. As soon as we do, I'll crack open my first Happy Dad of the day.
Let's go.
Night at this point.
$34 away from another shotgun, by the way. Elijah got a coworker who grew up with Reed Blankenship. They play golf every now and then. That's really cool.
Oh, sick. 11 likes away. There it is. 500. Appreciate you guys for getting us over that number. Let's keep it going. And as I said, for passing that, first drink of the night, baby. Cheers to the return of Eagles football.
Will Shipley going to get the carry up the middle from Tanner McKee.
Yes.
Oh, no. Is Jacoby laying out now? Oh. Bad beat. We'll see if he comes back in. No helmet, though, right now. Gain of 3 for Shipley. 2nd and 7. McKee under center. Danny Gray in motion. McKee going to roll to his left. He's going to throw to Britton Covey in the flat. That's going to make this a 3rd and a couple. Better throw on the move than what Andy Dalton had. That's for sure.
Gotta convert a 3rd down at some point, right? I hope the writers have Tanner having a good night. We'll see if it's in the script or not.
3rd and 3. McKee puts Calcaterra in motion. Ravens blitz. McKee throws downfield off the hands of Calcaterra. Throw is a little bit high, but I think Calcaterra should have caught that pass. Got to catch it. He almost jumped too early. This is a good tweet from Honest NFL, considering the Eagles also went 3 and out on their first 2 drives. Just from a strictly structural and presentational perspective, the Eagles did a better job stressing the eyes and communication of the defense on the opening drive of a preseason game than they did all of last year. It's hilarious. Really good return for Wester. Pass midfield to the Eagles 46. So good field position here for Baltimore.
Got to get some juice going in this game, man. A couple people shouting out Sidney Brown in the chat, saying I miss Sidney Brown. Wonder what he did in his first
Yikes.
preseason game. Do have Cowboys Seahawks about to kick things off for the last game of the night. A little Jalen Milroe action over there. Should be fun. Fire Patullo. Can't use that line anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Dennis asked about this earlier. Like, the Eagles aren't going to do anything too flashy to unveil anything for Washington in week 1. Why would you? But you can tell more under center, more motions, making the defense think at least a little bit more.
Could sometimes take a little bit first preseason game to kind of get into things. Score is 0-0 for everyone asking. It's on screen right now. If you can't watch, though, if you're just listening, it is 0-0.
Yep, 0-0. I think this is already the 5th drive for the Ravens. They start with their best field position, ball at the 46. Vignano going to hand it off. Probably the best run so far for the Ravens. Randall got that give. Picked up about 7 yards.
He's got to be close, right?
Okay, Jacoby Lane still in the game.
It's up to 20. I mean, Stowers is just, like, not even playing. He is, but that's not ideal.
Second half legend with Cole Payton. Yeah, the fact that they're targeting Grant Calcaterra over Stowers, not great. Vignano, play action, rips a throw down the right hash. Pass is caught by Walker. Good contested catch there. First down, Baltimore. 19-yard pickup. That's Devontae Walker. It's a good concept. They had Jacoby Lane kind of open things up for him. Andre Sam, the safety, kind of slipped. Otherwise, he may have been able to contest that throw. Vignano. Handoff to Randall. Big hit. Smile Mondin was in on that play. Somebody else had a pretty big hit. I think that was Michael Carter, who also is in on that hit. He's playing deep safety right now. Eagles blitz. Vignano gets rid of it quickly. Good tackle by Andre Sam on Hibner, who has looked good tonight.
Third down, type those threes in the chat.
Matthew Hibner played at Michigan. Prior to that, at SMU, he was taken by the Ravens in the 4th round. Ravens, of course, have drafted some awesome tight ends over time. I like how Hibner looks. Vignano in the gun. Eagles send 4. Vignano throws over the middle. Pass caught. Jacoby Lane, touchdown. He is a big body. That was Michael Carter in coverage. Couldn't bring him down before the goal line as Jacoby Lane fought for the goal line. And the Ravens break the scoreless tie. Impressive play from Lane. I think he could be the Ravens' number 2 wide receiver this year, ahead of Rashad Bateman. So that's Jacoby Lane on the more. Tyler Loop out for the PAT. Sneaks that one inside the right upright. 7-0 Baltimore. Tanner McKee's second drive coming up. If you're just joining us, 1,300 people watching live. Andy Dalton got the start for the Eagles. Callie said, I'm getting Kevin Patullo vibes again. Please.
Oh, come on.
No.
Yeah, so Lane's got 38, so that's well more.
Yep. Well over the more. This rookie wide receiver class could be a really, really good one. Dejon Stribling looked incredible on Thursday. Jacoby Lane looking good. A lot of day 2 guys playing well. Ted Hurst has had a good training camp for the Bucs. Carnell Tate has had a good camp for the Titans. .6'4", 200 pounds, 40-inch vert. Biggest hands in the draft for Jacoby Lane. You kind of saw that right there. And I'm taking another look here. It was Keely Ringo who got beat in coverage by Jacoby Lane. So death taxes, Keely Ringo getting beat in coverage.
Ugh. Can't believe you were starting games for this team not too long ago. Kimberly McKay-Lemon did not play tonight. Dealing with a hammy still.
Yeah, hamstring injury.
How about Fagnano? 6 of 8 for 62 yards and a touchdown. Looking like a good third-string quarterback for the Ravens. Dude, I mean, Ringo wasn't even close.
Good throw from Fagnano. He stepped up and threw a fastball to Jacoby Lane. Michael Carter was the last line of defense there at that safety spot. Eagles have 19 total net yards on their first 12 plays, by the way.
Elijah Stovall coming in with the 10.
Elijah, $10. Rather have a boring preseason than big plays with potential injuries. Starters really not even playing in this game either, outside of a couple.
Jeez.
Tez Walker going to tackle, I think, Quez Watkins on that kick return. 9:19 left in the second. Yes, that was Quez Watkins. He looks different than his original stint with the Eagles. He's got some dreads now, but that is Quez Watkins in an Eagles uniform. Will Shipley, right side, going to take it for about 8 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 2 here.
Some Clemson on Clemson action there. Kayvon Wallace tackling Will Shipley.
Okay.
Shout out my guys.
Eagles legend, Kayvon Wallace.
Yep.
McKee in the shotgun, 2nd and 2. He's going to throw it here. And he's going to find Darius Cooper for a first down of the 44-yard line. See, I like the route concept there. You had Eli Stowers kind of go toward the sideline, a little beyond the flat. Then you had Darius Cooper break in. See, these are the little things that you want to look for to see what the offense is presenting the defense. And what it does is messes with the eyes of the defense, right? That right there is what you call good play design and a good route concept. We just didn't see that a lot last year, so that's something on a simple play that you do like to see. And then, of course, McKee ripping that throw for a gain of 12. Type those ones.
I think that's their first down.
It is their first down because I think the one on the opening drive obviously was negated by penalty.
Is it an injury or something? What's going on here?
Might be an injury.
They've actually stopped the game for the Lamar interview. That's what happened.
All right, first down for the Eagles. McKee under center. Will Shipley, the tailback. McKee's going to audible here. Let's see what he audibles to. 5-man front for Baltimore. Eagles still run it into a heavy front. Will Shipley gets loose. Gain of 8. Willie Lampkin helping to lead the charge there.
Shipley running hard here early. His first few carries.
Yeah, you know, he's kind of been overtaken by Tank Bigsby. But Tank Bigsby, I think, is just a really good player. So it's not a bad spot to be. But I do think Shipley's pretty good. McKee in the gun. They run it out of the shotgun to Shipley. Kind of got physical there. Picked up about 2 yards, but carried a defender for about 1.5 yards. First and 10. Eagles in Ravens territory for the first time. Shipley gets another carry. This time a gain of a couple yards to the left side. Eagles have primarily run to the right side or up the middle.
Get a ball to Stowers here, man.
Stowers is to the right of the right tackle. A carry up the middle to Shipley. Oh. Good run here. He's going to be close to another first down.
Oh,
fuck. Flag. Holding on the offense.
I was about to say the run game's just been killing it now in this drive, but then they hold.
The hold was on Jake Majors, who's been playing guard, played center at Texas. If they got that right, that's who the call was on. Let's see if he's even in the game. I think that he is. So that'll make it 2nd and 18, 10-yard penalty. Eagles back in their own territory. Wide receiver bubble screen to Britton Covey only picks up a couple of yards, and another drive could be stalled out due to penalties. Be 3rd and 12 here. Sean Mannion will call plays from the booth next week. He's on the field this week. Interesting. McKee drops back, throws down the middle. Intended for Danny Gray, incomplete. See what happened here. Pocket actually held up pretty well. I think McKee wanted Gray to break in, and he was just late to break in.
Another punt, dude. My gosh.
Ooh, great punt. Took a favorable bounce down in between the 6 and 7 yard line by Kapina Gushigan.
We have under 5 to play in this first half.
Here's my guy Potion.
Yeah.
Got the Eagles now sign football.
Electric stuff. Oh, they're going to say the Eagles touched the ball at the 11, actually.
What?
So move it up 5 yards.
I don't think I saw anybody close to the ball.
It's ridiculous. Who's paying these refs?
Vignano looks right,
Wow.
throws over the middle. Good adjustment there. Found Guillory. Good job going through his progressions. Kind of took that snap, looked right, didn't even move his feet, and then just threw over the center of the field. Elijah Surratt in motion. Played for Indiana last year. Baltimore runs it on a 1st and 10. Run goes up to the 29-yard line for McMillan. Gain of 3.
Oh, is Randall done? That'd be brutal. I had him in 3 lineups.
Second down, McMillan gonna run it again. It was 2nd and 7. He gets about 7.5, 8 yards. First down, Baltimore. 3:30 to go in the second quarter. False start called on the offense. Andrew Nathan saying Mondin getting lost. Good special teamer. A little bit of work to do as a linebacker, but I'll kind of start watching him a little bit closer here. Number 42, he's playing middle linebacker right now. 1st and 15 after the penalty. Ball goes back to the 32, 33-yard line. Fignano, play action. Pocket starts to break down. Throws it to the left side. It's caught. Elijah Surratt. Mac McWilliams in coverage. There was a penalty flag that came in.
Strange. Okay.
Holding on Mac McWilliams as well. So automatic first down. Ooh, little inside fake, outside break route for Surratt. Ravens going to run it. Tal Tolliver dips out of the arm tackle from Byron Young, and that allows him to pick up 5 yards. That brings us to the 2-minute warning.
Been a brutal first half, man. Absolutely brutal. Just nothing going offensively for the Eagles. Baltimore putting together a drive, looking to go up 2 scores here late in this first half. See if McKee comes back out for the second half, trying to put some more good plays together, or if we see Cole Payton for the entire half. But not looking great. I mean, it's preseason at the end of the day.
All right, Eagles now, as we've got a break in action for the 2-minute warning, is presented by Prize Picks. Sign up today. Use our code HMA. Play your first $5 lineup. Get $150 in bonus lineups if you win. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports picks app. You pick more, you pick less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you can win some big-time money. It's the best place to win cash while watching sports. More than 20 million users have signed up and submitted a lineup with billions of dollars paid out in winnings. You could be next.
So this is my lineup. Not looking good.
Adam Randall, more than 23 or more than 32 and a half rushing yards. He has 23 now. Might be out of the game.
Yeah.
Eli Stowers, more than 16 and a half receiving yards. I think that he'll get some targets in the second half. I mean, if he doesn't, that's alarming. Tanner McKee, more than a half passing touchdown. Maybe we could see a 2-minute drive for Tanner McKee, even though the Ravens, they got it 2nd and 5, Philadelphia 44-yard line. So you stop them here, you can get the ball back. You've got 3 timeouts. I think McKee could get some action going into the third quarter. Then after that, it's Cole Payton time. Let me send you my lineup, Chip, since yours
It's probably cooked.
might be cooked. Because mine is still alive. Nice little sunset in Baltimore right now. Orange skies. We could use a Tyler Loop field goal. Fignano, play action, rolls to the right. Pass is caught by Surratt. That's a first down for Baltimore, so that'll move the chains with under 2 minutes to play.
9 of 11 for
Fignano. 9 of 11 for 101 yards and a touchdown to Jacoby Lane. Ball at the 38. Fignano in the shotgun. Pass is caught again. This time by Wade. Gain of 8 or 9 yards. Another completion from Fignano to Surratt. And on a 2nd and 3. Or no, they gave him a first down on the previous play. So now it's 2nd and 2. Fignano going to throw downfield. Keely Ringo in coverage. Pass incomplete.
Oh.
Flag on Keely Ringo.
God.
He's so bad as a corner, man. This ball's going to be spotted at like the 1 or 2 yard line. It's just bad technique from Ringo. He has no lateral quickness. He just doesn't believe in himself with his lateral quickness. And the reason why he's a good gunner on special teams is because he can run straight. So they put the ball at the 6. That's where the hold and PI on Ringo was. Fignano rolls to his right, throws into the end zone.
Oh!
Picked off by Ringo! Picked off by Keely Ringo! He needed that badly.
Oh, my God.
Gave up a touchdown earlier. Then he had the PI. And I am almost certain he got 2 feet down. Let's see. That's a great play by Keely Ringo. 1, 2.
Yeah.
I think he got 3 feet down. That toe may have come down on the 3rd. Did he have possession of the ball? I think he has control the whole way. Oh, yeah, that's a pick. All right.
Okay.
Keely, we've never said anything bad about you here on this show.
Wow. Take those INTs. Good ball hawking play from Ringo. He heard the noise.
McKee going to throw it to the right side. Eli Stowers, he's on the board.
There we go. Would love to see him break that tackle and pick up a few more, but not going to get too greedy.
Eagles call a timeout with 21 seconds left. So 3-yard pickup for Stowers. Ball at the 23. McKee, deep drop out of the shotgun. Going to throw it to Stowers again. Back-to-back catches. Both minimal gains. It's going to be 3rd down. And Sirianni's not going to call a timeout to try to get into field goal range. We're just going to concede and go into the locker room at halftime. Come on. All right. Stowers is on the board, though, with a couple of catches.
There you go. Seven zip at the half. Could have been worse, though, with the The Ravens driving there before the pick by Ringo. ABCDRF, grade the first half so far. And there's my mom with a 20. Gets us over 500.
Lisa Chipper. Jeff Chipper a little bit earlier. Lisa Chipper now.
We also got this 5 from Kelly Knock in the building. Hey, fam, go Birds.
Kelly Knock. Hey, family, go Birds. Good to see you, Kelly.
And then shout out to my mom with a 20. Go Birds, here's to a great season.
Lisa. How's Ozzy doing?
Awesome.
Ozzy's doing awesome. That's good to hear. Go Birds, here's to a great season, as Chip said. Thank you, Lisa. I got a shotgun because we're over 500. All right, let me get that shotty. Take that down. Awesome to be over 500 in supers. Fantastic to still see nearly 1,200 people watching live. Let's get the stream to 1,000 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Already 36,000 people have tuned in. I'll be right back with that beer.
As a reminder here, do have our Super Chat menu rocking tonight. All the Super Chats get a shout out. We pop them all up on screen like we always do. $20 Super Chats or more every 20 you send in gets you a raffle ticket to win a Eagles Now Howie season t-shirt. We will spin a wheel at the end of the show. You have to be here to claim your prize. So if you're in the raffle, make sure you stick around until the end of the show. That way we can contact you if you do win. But $20 gets you in there. You know what? I'll make a deal. Halftime special, we'll cut it in half. We'll do $10 tickets to get in during halftime only. So we'll make it 10, and I'll change that to reflect that here. Halftime special, $10 to get into the Howie season shirt raffle. $500 is a shotgun, just surpassed that. So Chase is doing a shotgun here in a second. The MVP, so whoever sends in the largest individual super chat, going to win a signed Jason Peters jersey. And right now, I believe the number to beat, $100 between Potion and Elijah Stovall. They each sent in $100. So right now, they are the leaders in the clubhouse for the signed Jason Peters jersey. Again, it's largest individual super chat, not cumulative. But that is the way to go. Cheers to everybody. Thanks for getting us over 500. Here's to a better second half. I'm going to update the poll question here. Grade the Birds' first half, their first half of the year. The Phillies are leading 8-0 at least? Really? Oh, they are. Wow. Stott just hit a 3-run shot. Sosa knocked in a couple. Bohm knocked in a run as well in a big 5th inning for the Phillies. Arise walked in a run earlier. And JT had a sac fly to get the scoring started in the second. Potion says, we're going to rock, paper, scissors, Elijah, for this jersey. If it's you two tied at the end of the night, we'll determine a way to choose the winner if those numbers do hold. Maybe we'll do like a little duck race or something. We'll figure it out. But plenty of game left. Again, take advantage. I cut that price in half for the raffle during halftime only. Once halftime's over, it goes back up to 20, but take advantage of 10 for right now. Here's a look, by the way, at the Howie season shirt. We got the black shirt that you see right here, Howie season. with the best GM in the game on there. We also have a Kelly Green version as well that you see. If you just want to get your own or other merch that we have, I'm putting the link in the chat right now, chatsports.com/Eagles shop. We also have this Eagles Now shirt. Very clean, repping the brand. And then a very sick Makai Lemon shirt, When Life Gives You Lemons. Shout out to our guy Arnold Chase for creating these. So that link's in the chat, chatsports.com/Eagles shop. But again, you can get in that raffle for a Howie season shirt. All right.
Jason Chadwick in the building. So as a realist Eagles fan, he says, this is probably going to be a good season from what I've seen so far. A little bit better than KP, but a few similar plays. I'm not going to ridicule him yet. I like some of the quality play designs. By the way, Super Chat menu. All Super Chats get a shout out. $10 or more. Howie season shirt raffle. 500 total. Just got over that. Shotgun. And then MVP signed Jason Peters jersey. What'd you say? Oh, sweet. Okay. Oh, yeah, $10. So, yeah, send a little halftime deal from Chip. $10, 50% off from 20. Get in the raffle to win a Howie season shirt. And then the number to beat for the Jason Peters jersey, future Hall of Famer, we've never given away one of those, is $100. All right, I'm having somebody let my dog out right now, so let me send off a text here. Okay. Got to get ready for the shotgun here. Lisa Chipper got us over 500. Now it's shotgun time. Jason Chadwick been here since the first quarter. What's up, bro? Olling, chug, chug, chug. I'm about to. This is going to be so cold, though. Oh. All right. Ravens are going to get the ball to start the third, by the way. Ugh. Ice cold. Ice cold, baby. Tennis Designs. I miss A.J. Brown already. Because Sirhan had said that. I mean, we don't even know because Makai Lemon, Devontae Smith, Saquon, Dallas Goedert, Jalen Hurts, first string offensive line. Nobody played.
Oh, these numbers are pretty ugly.
Oh, brutal numbers from the first half. 233 yards for Baltimore. They have a new play caller, Declan Doyle. 81 yards for the Eagles. 187 through the air for Baltimore. 49 for the Eagles. 46 rushing yards for Baltimore. 32 for the Eagles. Eagles are 0 of 5 on third down. Ravens are 3 of 6. Time of possession, almost 19 minutes for Baltimore, 11 minutes for the Eagles. Eagles forced a missed field goal and had a red zone pick by Keely Ringo.
Notice how much less anonymous reports there are now. Seems like they vanished when 11 left.
Yeah.
Not wrong. Take a look in on what's going on with that other game happening right now. Seahawks Cowboys, as we're almost back here for the start of the third quarter. Seahawks up 7-0. They went on a long opening drive, nearly 8 minutes. 13 plays, 80 yards, 7 minutes, 18 seconds, resulting in a touchdown for Seattle. That's Drew Lock. How? 80 yards. That doesn't make any sense. Locke has 19 yards passing. They have 26 yards rushing. Eagles legend Sam Howell starting the game for Dallas. All right, we go. We're headed to the start of the third quarter here in just a few moments. So I want everybody get in the chat right now and type those threes for hopefully a better third quarter offensively, especially for this Eagles team. As I believe the Ravens will start with the ball. Lori Papa. Let's type in those threes. Andrew, Adrian as well.
Robert Allen. Where LeBron at, yo?
Yeah.
When's that introductory presser going to be?
Dude, they're not having one.
At all?
No.
That's
the
a
announced
bummer.
are not having one at all.
That's
First time he's going to speak is at the team's media day.
what? That's a bummer.
I think LeBron heard the noise that, everything's always like about him and making a big thing out of it.
Come on, man. Introduce yourself to the city that loves you. All right. Jake Elliott kicks it away. Return's going to be taken to the 28. Good special teams coverage by the Eagles. Wade, Latu, George, all there to make the tackle. So Finiano going to come back out here for Baltimore. Shout out to the real one, still hanging out. Over 1,000 people watching. Are you here for the Cole Payton show? Because I am as well. Now, hopefully we get another couple drives from Tanner McKee. I'd like to see him get some more action. Ravens run it up the middle. Good tackle, Smile Mondon.
Oh, is that
There you
Randall?
go, Andrew Nathan. Was that Randall?
I couldn't tell. It was. Oh, he's still in the game.
All right,
Okay.
nice.
That's big.
Can you put my slider up? Is that possible?
I unfortunately, I can't do the slider because we don't have kicking stats. Yeah. What do you know?
Come on.
I could do 2 of the 3, but
How
I
do
can't
we
do
not?
I don't know.
Play action for Finiano. Wow, that's a fantastic tackle by Deontay Lawson. UDFA out of Alabama. Randall going to spin off a tackler. There you go, Chip. Picks up about 6 off the left guard.
Now, if McKee's day is done, my lineup is cooked. So, we'll have to see.
Because you need the passing touchdown.
Yeah.
Second and 5. Ball just beyond the 45. Another play action for Fignano. It's a nice throw, man. Finds Wade. First down, Ravens. First and 10. Baltimore, just like that, in Eagles territory. Ball at the 48. Great run here from McMillan. He picks up 11. That's a first down for Baltimore. They're marching.
Oh, you know what? We have him now.
Joshua Weiroo just took his first snap. Fignano going to throw downfield. Man, that's good coverage by Wade. Wade on Wade. He's able to punch that ball loose right at the last second. Wade had to pursue it. I'd say the throw is a little bit underthrown by Fignano. Second and 10. Ball at the Eagles 37. Fignano takes a shotgun snap, looks left, fires left, a little bit high for Surratt. What is that tackling along the sideline? First down, Ravens. Ambry Thomas, what are you doing? He did step out of bounds, but still, that's awful. 4 for 43 for Surratt. They're going to give him the first down. Ball at the 26. Pitch play. Near side. Big tackle. Is that Lawson again? I think that's Lawson again. Couple of big hits. Going to start jotting down some of my winners and losers. Some of my takeaways here. Not a lot of winners. I'd say Jeremiah Trotter Jr., a winner. Willie Lampkin, a winner. Deontay Lawson, a winner. Fignano going to throw out of bounds. 2nd and 9 now turns into a 3rd and 9. Type those threes!
Come on.
Ty Robinson had a sack.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, we got it now or no?
Yeah, we do actually have it now.
Okay.
Why Why? Oh, I didn't click. Yeah, we didn't have it last night because I tried to do it, but I guess Brett must have added it.
Oh, nice. All right, 3rd and 9. Eagles blitz. Can they get home? They nearly do. Screen pass off the back of an offensive lineman. Tyler Loop going to come out for a field goal attempt. And guess who had the pressure there? Joshua Wiru with the quarterback hit. I'd actually say Smile Mondin, Andrew Nathan, has come back and he's made some plays. This is going to be a 42-yarder for Loop. He missed from 44 earlier. This time from the right hash, he splits the uprights. So 2-score lead for Baltimore at 10-0. Will we see Tanner McKee again? Will we see Cole Payton?
Loop.
Joshua Wiru had 2 pressures on that drive.
Okay, so yeah, here's yours. Here's your prize based on it. Looking pretty good.
Okay, we're not looking bad here. Jacoby Lane has already gone more than the 23.5, 38 receiving yards. I think Eli Stowers should get some run and some action here in the second half. He had 2 catches for 6. Tyler Loop missed a field goal earlier, but just connected from 42. So some work to do, but we're 1 for 3 so far. $20 to win 115. 5.75 multiplier.
All right, we need some good vibes heading into this drive here to get some points on the board. So type those PHIs in the chat right now, and let's hope McKee comes back out here, throws some passes to Stowers, and they get in the end zone.
All right, kick taken at the 3. That is... Who was that? Eric Ezukama? All right, now who's in at quarterback? All right, still Tanner McKee.
All right, good.
So 10-20 left in the third. How about a touchdown scoring drive here, Chip?
Come on.
Sheesh. Can we get something? Continue to hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Let's get the stream to 1,000 likes. McKee, handoff, Shipley. Oh, boy. Swallowed up right away. Jake Majors got beat pretty badly there, I think. So if you're just joining us, Joshua Weiroo had 2 pressures on the first drive. Uar Bernard is in. He did get some attention. Darius Cooper in motion. McKee throws over the middle. Pass caught. Stowers to the 30.
Okay.
3 targets, 3 catches for Stowers. 6-yard pickup. I really want to see the athleticism, though, down on a seam shot.
Yeah.
3rd and 8. Trips right. Quez Watkins to the left. Baltimore shows pressure. They bring some backers.
Oh.
McKee sacked. Keon Martin brings down McKee. Let's see. Stowers, Covey, Cooper to the right. Offensive line just couldn't hold up. Maybe Cooper was open on the outbreaker, but not before Keon Martin on the corner blitz got to McKee. Elijah Surratt back to receive the punt. Interesting. Jinx. Takes it to the 45. Carson Steele and Ramirez with the tackle. So that was Tanner McKee's 3rd full drive.
Hold on the return. So back that went up a little bit for Baltimore. We are closing in on another big like milestone here. We are 46 likes away from 700.
Nice.
Let's get there, baby. Hit that thumbs up. I know we can do it with over 1,000 people watching.
Over 1,000 people watching. Already 43,000 people have watched the show. Alling saying pick 6, let's go.
$30 likes away now. Who's going to get us to 700 on the night? Give me Cole Payton right now, says Andrew Nathan.
Yeah, I think I want a quarterback who can move around a little bit. I'm a Tanner McKee stan, but this play calling is also super vanilla. Ford said, really, really bad. I would not be surprised if this carries over outcoached. I mean, I will say, like, Declan Doyle's the first-time play caller. Baltimore's had some explosives. And it's looked pretty solid. Sean Mannion, first-time play caller. Eagles have 1 first down.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. 1 first down to Cooper.
Oh, gosh. Shipley, I think Shipley has 1 rushing.
Okay, so 2 first downs.
Yep.
Oh, wow. The Phillies had a 7-run inning.
Electric. Yeah, Eagles have 2 first downs. Baltimore has 18.
A rise. Okay. had a walk that forced in a run. Bohm, single up the middle. That brought in 2. Sosa, single through third and short. That brought in 2. And then Stott, a home run down the right field line. That brought in 3.
We are now 8 likes away from 700, by the way. So close.
All right, good defense by the Eagles on that 2-yard gain for Tolliver. All right, Fignano takes the snap, going to swing it out to the back. Good tackle in space. That was Kapina Gushigan, UDFA out of Ole Miss. I like that tackle.
Oh, there's our 700th like. Let's go. Shout out.
All right, 2nd and 8. Ball at the 44. Fignano going to hand it off again. Randall. He ran hard there. Gain of about 6, maybe 7. .445 and ticking here in this third. Third and 1. Type those threes. Fignano going to throw it. Oh, pass caught. Surratt. Ball out! Ball out! Eagles got a chance to recover it. They do! Ambry Thomas eventually recovers it. The punch out was a brilliant play after Surratt made the defender miss. And that's actually a fantastic job by Wade, who got juked out to begin the play, gave up the first down, but then Sean Wade comes back, the corner out of Ohio State, and he punches the ball free.
Big time.
That's high-level stuff right there. Sean Wade was a 5th-round pick out of Ohio State by the Baltimore Ravens in 2021. So he gets back at his former team. Eagles get the ball back. How about some momentum here? Ball out! Ball out! Type those LFGs. Eagles football. I think Wade had an opportunity to recover the fumble as well, but then it just kind of skirted out of his grasp, but then Ambry Thomas is there to fall on it. So the Eagles will now take over at their own 24-yard line. Let's go.
Come on.
Defense making a couple plays tonight. Keely Ringo, end zone interception. And then Sean Wade with the fumble forced. Ambry Thomas with the fumble recovery.
You want to do our third quarter of PP now?
Yeah, let's do our third quarter PP. All right, let me show you my PP. Eagles now presented by Prize Picks. I'll show you my PP coming up here in a second. Play your first $5 lineup. If you win, you get $150 in lineups. If you're victorious, use our code HMA. Download the Prize Picks app right now. Link is in the chat. Boom. Link is also in the description. You pick more, you pick less, you pick Prize Picks. And it's very easy to use. Here's a look at my lineup. Here we go. Eli Stowers, more than 16.5 receiving yards. He has 12. This is my lineup. Jacoby Lane, more than 23.5, 38 with a tutty. Tyler Loop, more than 1.5 field goals made. He has 1. He missed 1. So we're closing in on a $20 lineup to win $115. If the Eagles don't win, hopefully I can win. That's how a lineup is put together right there.
Oh, Carson Steele carry here.
Carson Steele carry.
Austin said he spit up beer when he heard you say you were going to show your PP.
Showed you my PP lineup. Tanner McKee still in the game. Is that Cam Latu with the drop? Yes, it is.
Oh, no. Is Stowers out? Can the Eagles pick up their first third down conversion?
McKee overthrows Darius Cooper. Oh, my God.
He had him. He had him. What's McKee's stat line looking tonight? McKee 6 of 10 for just 35 yards.
Surratt works to the right, catches the punt, takes it to the 32.
So Eagles still down 10-0. There's really nothing you can point to on offense. It's like, oh, he's having a really good night.
Nobody. I need fourth quarter Cole. Give me fourth quarter Cole Payton, please.
Yeah, almost through 3. Eagles are still under 100 total yards. Meanwhile, the Ravens are up over 300. Of 7 on third downs. Eagles have 46 passing yards as a team. The Ravens have 80 rushing yards. The Ravens have more rushing yards than the Eagles have total yards.
Yeah. 76 total yards.
They're doing it for the Sixers. Huey Small, $2 super chat. Does this not look like the same pathetic offense? It's preseason week 1.
Yeah, preseason week 1. They're not going to show anything for Washington to get on tape. Vidiano, 18 to 24 for 174 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Vignano throws to the left, pass caught, first down Baltimore, gain of about 15, 20 yards.
Pharaoh Speaks says it's 3 a.m. here. Where are you at that it's 3 a.m.? It's currently 9 p.m. Eastern. 3 a.m. up watching the show. That's a real one. Appreciate you. Yeah, where are you at that it's 3? The Netherlands. Cool.
End around to Wade. Good tackle, I think, by Ramirez. Another nice pass from Fignano to Moore. First down, Baltimore. Under a minute to play in the third. Ball at the Eagles 35. Tolliver. Touchdown by Ty Robinson, who's still in the game. That'll take us to the fourth quarter. Samuel Earl Moore, 308 here in Italy. We got people watching the show from everywhere. Look, we're trying to give you some entertainment, but I mean, the Eagles have less than 100 total yards of offense.
Type those 4s. We are headed to the fourth quarter. New poll question. Will the Eagles pull off the fourth quarter comeback? Yes or no? Vote in the poll. And type those 4s in the chat. Got a couple of supers. Davis Edmonds.
Davis Edmonds. Tomorrow's the big day. Chip and Chase, Big 21. My mom says go Eagles, and hi. She said she misses watching you. We miss you guys watching us. Happy birthday tomorrow. Hopefully you screen recorded the happy birthday the other night. And happy official birthday tomorrow. Big 2-1.
Happy birthday. Zach Knoll coming in with a $2 super chat here. Wasn't able to get to this game. What wide receivers played? Well, Devontae Smith didn't play. Mekhi Lemon didn't play. Johnny Wilson also didn't suit up. So it was Darius Cooper. We saw some Hollywood Brown early. Not a lot of other guys really got much involved. I mean, Elijah Moore was out there.
Yeah. He had like one end around.
Yeah.
Darius Cooper's been open a little bit, but, I mean, the Eagles have less than 80 yards.
Like I can show you here the numbers for the receivers. Darius Cooper has 2 for 21. Covey has 2 catches for 10 yards. Hollywood Brown, 1 catch for 4. That's it.
All right, starting the 4th, ball at the 35. Randall to the 30.
They had to stop here. This could be your second loop field goal.
Eagles blitz. Smile Mondin is a part of it. Finiano lets it release. First down. Tight window throw. Mac McWilliams in coverage. From the Eagles 22. They blitz again with Mondin. Finiano escapes. Picks up a couple of yards. Pass rush almost got home, though. He's down at the 21. So Wiru at edge rusher. Uar Bernard is not in. McMillan with the carry. Mondin, another tackle from that linebacker spot. He's been active. 3rd and 8. Third and 9 from the 21. Finiano throws. Ball tipped. There's a flag, but did Gray tip the ball before the flag? It was almost simultaneous. I think the pass breakup came before the penalty. Illegal contact before the pass.
Ugh.
Ambry Thomas with the penalty.
Brutal.
So 1st and 10. Ball at the 16. Play action for Fignano. Pumps in the flat. Throws downfield. Pass caught. Down to the 4 is Gallery.
Yeah, but I still need a McKee touchdown.
McKee touchdown, yeah. Do we see Cole Payton? Does McKee get another drive? All right, extra point. Good. 17-0 Baltimore.
Brutal.
Cool Rips, $2. Are we nervous for Sean Mannion's play calls? I just can't be yet. Like, they haven't done anything exotic or creative. I don't think that's because he's not. I just think it's because it's preseason week 1. Carol Hosey, just wanted to help out any way I can. It's so good to see you, Chase and Chip. Y'all have made my day brighter. I love y'all. Carol, we love you too. Our day is brighter now that you're here watching the show.
I had a Randall touchdown in one of my lineups, but again, I still need that McKee touchdown. And
Yeah, need the McKee tutty.
I also took Elliott more than 2 PATs in that lineup. And, well, that obviously hasn't happened. We're approaching the end of the game here, so a reminder that we are doing a raffle. So not many more chances here to get involved if you want to get into the raffle to win a Howie season shirt. So $20 gets you in.
Yep, 20 or more.
We are going to do that here pretty shortly at the end of this game. So not many more chances to get involved. Last couple calls here.
Already did the shotgun over 500. Number to beat for the Jason Peters signed jersey is 100. Man, 95 rushing yards for the Ravens, 30 for the Eagles. 292 passing yards for the Ravens, 46 for the Eagles. 387 total yards for the Ravens, 76 for the Eagles. 34 minutes, time of possession, 14. Cole Payton time. Here we go. Kick is taken at the 4 by...
Oh.
Who is that? Ezukama. Cole Payton coming out. Payton from under center. Play action. Nowhere to go. He's going to roll to his left. Going to take off and run. Penalty. Holding on the left tackle. They don't even announce the number. We're at that point of the preseason. Peyton, quick throw to E.J. Jenkins. He's bottled up immediately. Minimal gain there. Accurate throw, at least. Accurate throw and a quick out. Ravens own the Eagles. What happened in December of 2024? Eagles own Baltimore. Peyton shotgun snap, 2nd and 17. Flush to his right. Throws out of bounds, 3rd and 17. Saw somebody say the Eagles did the same thing last preseason. No, remember the Tanner McKee fireworks against Cincinnati? He was carving up their starters.
The Phillies scored more than the Eagles tonight.
Brutal.
It's not even close.
3rd and 17. Peyton takes the shotgun snap. Lofts one downfield. Off the hands of Samori Toure. Almost picked. Eagles 0 of 8 on 3rd down. Wade takes the punt to the 36 or 37-yard line.
Reminder, will be live for every Eagles game this year. Shout out to our recent subs, Alexander, Paris, Bryson, Tanya, Dylan. We picked up like 120-ish subscribers here tonight, so appreciate all those new subs.
Yep.
Lock us in. Hit that sub button, baby.
Well, the post-game show is going to be interesting. The best offensive play I saw from the Eagles tonight was Willie Lampkin finishing a block to the end of the whistle.
Brutal. Just picked up 3 more subs right there. Appreciate you guys for that.
Is Uar Bernard playing? I think he got a couple snaps earlier, but like right now he's not. Joshua Weiro has been. He had 2 pressures on the first drive that he was in. I think Bernard has gotten like a couple of snaps. Reed, play action. Throws downfield. Oh, passes drop. Late flag comes in. I think Johnson thought that he was maybe held. Good throw from Reed, though. Don't call him Barkus. Holding on Mac McWilliams. Not great. Ravens going to run it to the right side. That's a gain of about 6. It'll set up a 2nd and 4. Ravens in Eagles territory again. Throw is high, but corralled. Tackle made by Gushigan. Should be about a 3rd and 1. Big run here for Baltimore to the 33. Tal Tolliver moves the chains again. 1st down. I formation, another run for the Ravens. Tal Tolliver brought down after getting to the line of scrimmage. Deontay Lawson with the tackle. Play action. Pressure comes in off the edge. Sack. It's Taron Jackson, who was with the Eagles from 2021 to 2024, who sacks Cook. 3rd and 18 from the Eagles 41. We need a Tyler Loop field goal.
Yeah.
So we need some yards here for Baltimore to make this field goal a little bit easier for the Prize Picks lineup. Then we need maybe another Stowers reception.
Yeah, I think one more.
Third and 18. Pass is going to be caught at the 30. Nice. Should set up a little field goal here. Surratt with the catch. Roughing the passer on Ty Robinson. Automatic first down. So late. So dumb.
Oh, why are you doing that?
So 1st and 10 from the 11. That's Deontay Lawson around the ball again. Jose Ramirez was around the ball as well. Reed flushed out to the left, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. Ravens extend their lead. 23-0 with the extra point coming. This is one of the rougher Eagles preseason games I've seen in a long time.
Not good.
Yeah. Let me use the bathroom here so I'm good for the post-game show.
Yep.
I'll be back for this Cole Payton heroic drive.
We'll see if he can get anything going. Ravens with 30 first downs, Eagles with 2. I mean, that is insane. I mean, look, it's preseason at the end of the day, but you never like to see something like this. But again, it's no like cause for concern for the Eagles in the regular season. Just got off work. What's going on? Well, the Eagles offense hasn't done a thing all day, no matter who's been in there at quarterback. Dalton, McKee, Cole Payton. Nothing doing. They have 2 first downs all game long. Defense has been on the field like the entire game. They have forced a couple of turnovers. There was a Keely Ringo interception and then a forced fumble by Sean Wade. But the Eagles not able to take advantage of those opportunities. And with 5 minutes left to go in this game, Eagles down 24-0. I got to take this chance real quick to tell you about our sponsor here on the show. That is PrizePicks, America's #1 sports picks app. Love using PrizePicks. Super simple. All you got to do is pick more or less on a few player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can win yourself some money. PrizePicks, so many different sports available in the PrizePicks app. Obviously, football season back in action. Basketball will be back soon. Baseball season in action. No better place to win cash while watching sports than our good friends at PrizePicks. With their social feeds feature, you can copy lineups in just one click. You can give Chase a follow at Chase_Senior. You can give me a follow at Jake Chipper to see the lineups we are rocking with. And this is the one that Chase had for tonight. We had Stowers more than 16.5 yards. He's at 12. Jacoby Lane got more than his 23.5. Loop 1 field goal. Needed more than 1.5. He missed one earlier. So that was brutal. And mine, I needed him a key touchdown. That did not happen. Use our code HMA. You get $150 in bonus lineups. If you win your first $5 lineup, that link is in the chat right now.
All right. Kick taken at the 8. Azukama, nice. Return to the 40. It's one of his strengths. All right, Cole Payton. Azukama, drop. Payton, flush to his right, going to take off and run. Takes it to about the 48. Penalty. Holding on the offense. I think that's on Miles Hinton.
Nice.
Payton, going to throw over the middle. Nice catch. Nice throw. E.J. Jenkins, best play of the night. Close to midfield. Ball at the 48, 3rd and 3. 4 down territory. Payton almost picked. Torrey, the intended target. Eagles going to go for it. Little trips left offset. Peyton looks that way. Pressure gets to him. He escapes. Picks up the first down past the 40 to the 35. Fantastic run from Cole Payton. He looked dead to rights. Great defensive call by Anthony Weaver, the defensive coordinator. And Cole Payton somehow evaded. That was really impressive. Payton, ball tipped at the line. Little read option for Peyton. Tries to get the edge. He does. Past the 30. Down to the 20. Good running ability for Peyton. Peyton out of the backfield to Jackson. That's going to go for another first down. It's 1st and goal for the Eagles from the 9. Peyton in the gun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pocket starts to break down. Steps up. Now he runs to the left. Pumps. Makes a man miss. Tiptoes along the sideline. Out of bounds at the 3. Flag. Jesus. Holding on the offense. Now it's 1st and goal from the 19. Brutal. Peyton looks right, looks left. Nobody there. He's going to run it again to the 10. Down to the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 coming up. Peyton takes the shotgun snap, pumps, escapes to his right, wants to throw into the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown, Ezukama! Cole Peyton out of structure, gets really creative with the football. The pocket started to barricade around him, so he found some time, ran to his right, and then with some really nice touch into the back corner, he finds Ezukama, and the Eagles are finally on the board. That's what Cole Payton can do. You see the running physicality, you see the improvisation, but the underrated element to his game is the touch. He lofted that over the DB, and he found Ezukama in the back corner. Touchdown Eagles. Finally something to cheer about.
Man, about time. Show us the TDs in the chat. Took until 2 minutes left, but we finally got in there. There we go. Peyton making some plays with his legs. At least she didn't get shut out.
Elijah Tolliver to the right side. Picks up about 6 yards.
Two-minute warning. Do you want to spin the wheel, or do you want to do last call?
Yeah, let's spin the wheel.
Alrighty. We're going to spin the wheel to see who wins our Howie season shirt. We got 20 entries here on the wheel. Who is it going to be? Let's go. Who's going to win our Howie season shirt? It's going to be Potion.
Potion with the Howie season shirt. Let's go.
Shout out Potion.
And right now, I think Elijah Stovall is the leader for the jersey. We've got a tie with a couple 100s, but he's sending multiple super chats. So I'd say right now, Elijah is the leader. Let's do last call. If anybody wants to potentially beat 100, then the Jason Peters jersey can be you. If not, it'll be Elijah's.
Come on, Cole. 3 more touchdowns. Yeah, 1 more first down, and this one will be officially over.
Oh, Dennis Designs. No one likes us. It's been a while. Eagles touchdown, though. Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, Eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, fly, Eagles fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. We're from Philly, fucking Philly. No one likes us. We don't care. No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. We're the Eagles, the fucking Eagles. No one likes us. We don't care. All right, Raven's going to kneel it out. Adrian Bryan, I had to sing along. You got to. You got to. Man, that was rough. Wish we saw more Cole Payton. All right, post-game show's coming up here in a moment.
Dennis with another 20. Pop that up here in just a sec, Dennis. Appreciate you.
Oh, Dennis with the 20-piece. For the Singers, opening game 2026. Oh, we'll be singing opening game. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Okay. All right, I am.
If you actually want to pop up, put me full screen for this short, but pop up those offensive numbers in preview, and I'll just like rip a quick post-game short. $159 total yards. Oh my gosh. All right. Getting my timer here. So the Philadelphia Eagles fall in their preseason opener 24-7 to the Baltimore Ravens, and this offensive showing was really rough. Sean Mannion in his NFL debut was calling plays from the sideline here in week 1. He's going to move up to the booth in week 2. All coordinators have different preferences. For instance, Vic Fangio calls plays from the booth. Other coordinators like to call plays from the field. I know some Eagles fans, especially in the chat, are panicking about this Eagles performance. It looked a lot like the Kevin Patullo offense. There wasn't a lot of creativity, and it was a pretty rough watch. Andy Dalton was not good. Tanner McKee was not good. Cole Payton late in the game actually gave this team some juice. The Eagles had 159 total yards, and I think going into the fourth quarter, they had like 2 first downs. Here's the issue. I'm not too worried because I don't think the Eagles want to unveil anything about this offense in a game setting until they can play the Commanders in week 1 to give them that element of surprise. So I'm not going to hit the panic button just yet, but tonight wasn't pretty at all. You got that message? Sweet.
At least they got on the board.
All right, post-game reaction outside of the 60-second short. Coming up in a sec. Cool. Okay, let's do it. All right, you're watching Philadelphia Eagles now. My name is Chase Sr. Appreciate all of you for tuning in because I know it's late for a lot of you after that preseason opener as the Eagles fall 24-7 to the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. Let's react to it right here. It's all presented by Prize Picks. And a big talking point coming out of this preseason debut for Philadelphia, the offense. And the offense in this game was pretty dreadful. Andy Dalton got the start ahead of Tanner McKee. If you would have told me that a year ago, that Andy Dalton would be starting ahead of Tanner McKee right now, I'd be shocked. Because remember this time last year, what Tanner McKee did against the Cincinnati Bengals starters? He went 20 of 25 and carved up that Bengals defense, and now he's fighting for his life to be the backup quarterback behind Jalen Hurts. So Andy Dalton gets the start. He looked awful. Tanner McKee comes in, plays for about 2 quarters, 2+ quarters. He wasn't able to move the ball at all. And then Cole Payton, the 4th-round pick quarterback out of North Dakota State, comes in the 4th quarter. Drive number 1, wasn't able to matriculate down the field. Drive number 2, he was finally able to give us something to cheer about as the Eagles up until that point were blanked, down 24-0. And Cole Payton actually had some juice. He was able to run the football effectively, ran with power, ran with precision, bulldozed a couple of defenders. He created out of structure, and the touchdown that he threw to actually get the Eagles on the board was a terrific play. Took a shotgun snap, stepped up in the pocket, bought time, used his vision, escaped to his right away from his throwing side because he's a left-handed thrower, and he threw a touch. And at North Dakota State, threw with underrated touch. Cole Payton, among the 3 quarterbacks who played tonight, Andy Dalton, Tanner McKee, and him, looked like the best quarterback on the field for this Eagles team. And Philadelphia in this game, 159 yards of total offense, 83 passing yards, 76 rushing yards. They were 0 of 9 on 3rd down. They held the ball for 18 minutes and 43 seconds. The Ravens had it for 41 minutes and 17 seconds. Baltimore, with a new play caller in Declan Doyle, who learned under Sean Payton and Ben Johnson, had an offense that he oversaw that put up 440 yards of total offense, 298 through the air, 142 on the ground, and they were nearly at a 50% clip on 3rd downs, 5 of 11. So should we be concerned about this Sean Mannion offense? He was calling plays from the sideline tonight. Week 2, he's going to call plays from the booth. That all comes down to coordinator preference. For instance, Vic Fangio likes to call plays from the booth. Other coordinators like to call plays from field level. It all comes down to how you want to see the game. Do you want to be in there, seeing the action where you can communicate face-to-face with your players from the sideline vantage point? Or do you want to talk to your players and quarterback through the phone where you get to see it from more of that all-22 bird's-eye view angle? We'll see what Sean Mannion wants to figure out. I'm not going to hit the panic button about this offense. They were playing 2nd stringers, 3rd stringers, 4th stringers, and 5th stringers in this game. Yes, the Ravens have always had a good defense. They do have a new DC, and the Eagles could barely pick up a 1st down until the 4th quarter. There's no doubt it was ugly. But I'm not going to get overly worried about this offense for a Week 1 preseason game. Why? Because the Eagles don't want to give Washington anything on tape that they can prepare for Week 1 against the Commanders at Lincoln Financial Field. Why would you? What we did see are some concepts that I did like as far as route distribution and route concepts, giving the defense something to think about, some more pre-snap motion, and obviously one of the staples of this offense, the quarterback's under center more. Is it encouraging going into the 2nd week of the preseason? No, because I do think that the Eagles have some quality depth pieces, and we didn't see a lot from those depth pieces. Darius Cooper didn't do a lot. Marquise Brown didn't do a lot. Elijah Moore got an end around. That was pretty much it. Eli Stowers caught a couple of passes. I guess that was a good sign. But honestly, the best player on offense tonight is probably Cole Payton, and then the highlight was his touchdown throw, him running because the pocket was breaking down, the offensive line depth was not good, and Willie Lampkin finishing a block. Those are pretty much the highlights on the offensive side of the ball. That's about it. So a lot of work to do for this offense. Not expecting it to click, but you compare what the Eagles offense did tonight under Sean Mannion, first-time play caller, and what the Ravens did under Declan Doyle. The Ravens clearly look to be further ahead. And it's not like the Ravens were playing a lot of their starters either. I know this is going to be a talking point on Sports Talk Radio in Philadelphia. It's a talking point on this show. Am I hitting the panic button? No. Do I want to see more as the preseason progresses, especially if Jalen Hurts gets some time and the starters get some tick? Obviously. So let me open up to all of you. Are you concerned about this Eagles offense? Type yes, type no. Let me know down in the comments section right now to gauge where you're at. Here in Philadelphia, obviously we like to overreact to a lot. Today's Philadelphia Eagles Now tonight, today, if you're watching on Sunday. Presented by Prize Picks, #1 daily fantasy sports picks app in North America. We have a new user offer. Use our code HMA. When you play your first $5 lineup, you get $150 in lineups if you win. Prize Picks is available all across the country. More than 20 million users have signed up and submitted a lineup with billions of dollars paid out in winnings. It's the #1 place to win cash while watching ups here on the show. The preseason, it's a little hard to put together lineups because you don't have a lot of options as far as players at your disposal. And so this is what I went with tonight. I had Eli Stowers, more than 16.5 receiving yards. He had 12. Jacoby Lane, more than 23.5 receiving yards. He had 38 and a touchdown against Kelee Ringo. And then Tyler Loop, more than 1.5 field goals made. He had one. He missed the other. That was a $20 lineup to win $115. We lost, but it made game night a whole lot more fun. All right. On the live show here, I want to change the poll question. Are you concerned about the offense? Yes, no. So if you're watching live, get those votes in. For those of you watching the post-game show after the fact, let's continue to talk about this game. Some takeaways that I do have. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. got the start tonight alongside Jahad Campbell. Was in the game for a little bit. Andrew Makuba was not, so Andrew Makuba's been having a pretty good camp. I guess Vic Fangio wanted to see some more from Jahad Campbell, and he had a tackle on a pass underneath. But the takeaway at that linebacker spot is that the Eagles are very deep at that position. But Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is a starter in this league. He played so much faster and had so much better instincts than really like anybody else on the field who he was playing with. Right spot, right time, reading and reacting. He had 5 tackles. He had a quarterback hit, as Vic Fangio really likes to use his linebackers with some blitz calls. So he was really good in this game. I thought Smile Mondon made some really good plays. And then Deontay Lawson, a UDFA out of Alabama, I don't know if he makes this team because the Eagles are so deep at the linebacker spot, but even Lawson was jumping off the screen for me. 5 tackles in this game. So Deontay Lawson, Smile Mondon, 2 young linebackers. And then Jeremiah Trotter Jr. going into year 3, he's a player. And I really think that he can start in this league. Ty Robinson had a sack of Tyler Huntley early in this game. He's fighting for a roster spot. So it was a good start for him, but Ty Robinson was playing like into the 3rd or 4th quarter. To me, that tells me he's not a lock to make this team. Also late in this game, he had a late hit on the quarterback, personal foul, which then led to the Ravens scoring a touchdown. Can't happen when you're trying to fight for a roster spot. He had 2 tackles, 1 TFL, 1 sack, 1 quarterback hit. He definitely let his presence be known, but it's just telling to me that the Eagles had him placed so deep into this preseason game. As far as Joshua Weiroo, I know that Uar Bernard has gotten a lot of attention as a player who the Eagles brought in by way of the International Pathway Program. Uar Bernard got a couple of snaps. I'd really have to look at the tape to see what he did with some of his one-on-ones, and he got attention at times. The player who I actually thought impressed more was Joshua Weiroo. On the first drive that he was in playing edge rusher, Bernard is a defensive tackle, he had 2 pressures of the quarterback, logged the quarterback hit as well, and 1 tackle. Something else that kind of stood out to me was that A.J. Epinesa, Arnold Ebiketie dropped back in coverage. I thought Ebiketie looked good at times. Kelee Ringo got beat on the touchdown that Jacoby Lane had caught. He was the other USC wide receiver last year under Lane Kiffin. Mekhi Lemon was the other one. He didn't suit up in this game because of a hamstring injury. So Kelee Ringo got beat on off man by Jacoby Lane, who's been cooking Ravens DBs all throughout training camp. And I just don't think that Ringo is a starting or even a depth caliber corner in this league because he lacks lateral quickness. And we've seen that time and time again. Why he's such a good special teamer as a gunner is because of that straight line 4.344 speed. To his credit, though, when the Ravens were in the red zone, Kelee Ringo ran to his left, followed his wide receiver, and had a really nice interception where he got a couple of feet down along the back goal line. So I always like to see if a player gets beat, if a player makes a mistake, how do you respond? Keely Ringo at times hasn't had that short memory. Sometimes he lets the negative plays impact him as the game wears on. So that was a good learning moment for him. I don't think he's going to be on this team long term because I think the Eagles know he's not a corner and he's not going to get snaps there. And I think he goes to another team where maybe he's got an opportunity to play corner. Maybe at some point he switches to safety, but it's a completely different position. But good on him for intercepting that pass. Mac McWilliams, not really great. Like has an opportunity to maybe get snaps as a backup nickel corner, but the Eagles there also have Michael Carter II. Of course, Cooper DeJean is going to occupy a lot of those snaps. Mac McWilliams got beat pretty often in this game. The backup offensive line, I just don't like what I saw there. I mean, Andy Dalton, Tanner McKee, Cole Payton, the pocket was not holding up long for them. And so you think about the Eagles picks from 2 drafts ago, Drew Kendall, Cam Williams, Miles Hinton. Wasn't great there. Opening series of the game, Fred Johnson had a false start. There were more penalties as the game wore on. Nick Sirianni said in the lead up to this game, what I want to see is a clean operation. It wasn't a clean operation on the offensive side of the ball. Willie Lampkin was really the highlight for how he finished plays, how he got out on the run. He was playing center and guard in this game. There was a moment where he was alongside Markel Bell, who got the start at right tackle. He's like a foot shorter than Markel Bell. Incredible to watch that. Also interesting to see him play center and guard in this game. So those are really the takeaways that I have from the Eagles preseason opener. I want to see more of Cole Payton as the preseason goes on, and I think that we will. Like, we know who Andy Dalton is. Tanner McKee, let's see him get a start. Like, he should be QB2. He is better at this point of his career than Andy Dalton. But also, see what you have in Cole Payton. He needs the reps. He needs the development. And frankly, he's a really fun player to watch. Concerns about the offense? If it happens again throughout the preseason and it lingers into the regular season, obviously, we'll start to hit that panic button. But for right now, I just don't think Sean Mannion wanted to unveil much. And obviously, Nick Sirianni didn't want to either. But some of the window dressing, some concepts that I liked. All right, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks to everybody who tuned into our watch party. Almost 56,000 views as I'm recording this show live. It was awesome to be back. All right. All right, awesome stuff, everybody. Good opening watch party considering how... And a watch party in the books. Eagles are going to have some joint practices against the Patriots this week. At least one, maybe two. Means that this Eagles defense will be going up against A.J. Brown. Can't wait for that. And then they'll play the Patriots. Let's see. When is that game? Next Saturday. Same time for the kickoff. 7 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be back for that as well. And then they play the Bengals on Friday night to round out preseason play. Before the Commanders on September 13th. So we're about a little less than a month away from regular season week 1. All right, good stuff, everybody. Thanks to Chip for producing. Thanks to all of you for watching. We will catch you next time here on Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if you're just joining the show, post-game reaction is going to be up on the channel in about 10 minutes.